so sick. There was a little conversation right before it. It sounded like we did it on purpose. Audio podcast. Arty. What's going on? Styles the Prophet from the 4G Audio Podcast. Stuff and things.
Welcome, everybody.
The only reason that we're in your house right now is we got Jonesy on the podcast 1s and 2s doing his thing.
What up?
Gang. And on the other side, in the other corner, gang, we got B Show.
What up, no?
Squadding it. But tonight, man, we asked for one and we got two.
Super special.
We got fucking Goon to my right. And we got fucking Ruckus. Thanks for coming out, man. Fucking right.
Who was on episode?
We always try and do this, but I forget. 23, yeah.
I was going to say 25. So
you might remember Ruckus if you were watching. But right now, we got Goon on the spotlight. So what's going on, man?
What's up, motherfucker?
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
man.
out, man.
Honestly, yeah, thanks a lot, man. Like I said, I was excited for this. Fucking,
we've been excited.
I remember you were telling me about whenever we did the video shoot and shit. You were talking Ruckus's video shoot, by the way. It's coming soon.
Featuring Ricochet.
But I remember you were talking about the Pokemon Goon then, and I was like, yeah, fuck, man, I want to see this shit, right?
Yeah.
So I hear that's possibly making a showcase soon.
This Sunday.
Nice.
Sunday.
Yeah. Oh,
Creep
yeah.
Squad
By the way,
podcast.
check out the
Nice.
Creep Squad podcast.
Absolutely.
How would they find that? Just Creep Squad podcast, YouTube.
Creep Squad
Squad
613 on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. The podcast is only live on Facebook, but you can find Creep Squad at Creep Squad 613 fucking everywhere.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
heard it here.
So yeah, check it out. This Sunday they're gonna premiere the Pokemon Goon, and I heard you guys doing some spicy shit.
Not
Spicy
only
shit.
are we going to do some spicy shit, I think we are going to have some guests up in there too.
Oh yeah.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Motherfucker. No, this
Uh,
homie here said he likes spicy food, and that kind
Oh.
of triggers Zed's like. He just kind of anticipated someone else who was like me that said I love spicy food because we need to make Goon not feel so alone on this one. Because the last time we did this on our podcast, he was solo dolo with Mr.
Oh, yeah?
Zed.
And we've been planning the second episode out now for about like a month or two now. So yeah, we're looking for victims for the fucking Salsa
Yeah.
de Muerte, which is
Fuck,
some
man.
heavy shit. So that'll be a fun episode
My-
for Sunday, 5:00 live on the Creep Squad page. Which I gotta say, it's nice to finally be down here and see your guys' lair because it reminds me a lot of my lair.
Nice.
Hell
The
yeah.
corruption that goes on during our podcast. So I feel at home.
Hey,
Fucking right, man.
you're
And
glad, man.
I feel like we'll feel at home on yours, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so we actually had I brought some hot sauce on for an episode because we had Sudden and I'd seen that they had done some hot sauce shit, so I brought some shit,
I forgot
right?
about that.
And my buddy has fuck, man, he must have like 20 different hot sauces. He was on episode 420 podcast. But yeah, no, anyways, my buddy Pat, so he has all kinds of hot sauce and shit. But one of our buddies has this one, it comes in a coffin, man. Whenever you buy it, you have to sign a piece of paper that says like that you like won't sue them or whatever.
I seen
Right.
this shit.
Yeah.
once.
It's called Meet Your Maker. It's either 5 or 6 million on the Scoville thing, so it's like more than a ghost pepper. Like it's like double or triple of a ghost pepper. I think. But anyways, yeah, so fucking we'd take that shit, and then I have one that's like 500,000 or something, and my buddy has another one that's like whatever. It's crazy. Oh, it's the Hot Ones one, like the Last Dab. So we put all three of them on fucking chicken nuggets and shit,
Oh,
and
fuck.
eat that. Oh man, and like
fuck.
the Meet Your Maker is like this like thick, like it's just like mashed peppers kind of thing,
You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
dig
not.
it out of
It's
the
more
bottle.
goopy than saucy.
Yeah,
It's just
so I
super
mean, like,
thick, yeah.
So I love the shit, Ben. I love the shit. And like my buddy last year, he grew ghost peppers and
wow.
and habaneros. And I ate a habanero. We ate like a little bit of a ghost pepper, but I have a couple at home in the freezer because I was like, save these and eat them. My one buddy grew Carolina Reaper,
Oh,
and
fuck.
he's like, yeah, man, I'll chop it. We'll eat it, And the drier the pepper gets, the spicier it gets.
Mm-hmm.
And so Buddy cut it and was like, yeah, we're going to eat it like tomorrow or whatever. And shit just got fucked up. And then every time he had a chance, I was busy and whatever. So now it's just sitting there dried out. And he's like, you said you'd eat it, bro. I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to eat it now.
That's fucking
But no,
dangerous,
so I guess what I'm getting at with that whole fucking spiel is I love this shit. But at the same time, man, fucking in that moment, you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But the weirdest thing, man, we'll sit at my buddy's house and be like, yeah, eat a bunch of shit. We'll die. Like, man, one time I was laying on the floor and I'm like, oh, man, I'm just sweating. And it feels like the room's spinning around me. Like, oh, fuck, man. I was like dizzy as fuck. And anyways, I'm like, man, like, I don't know if I'll like ever go to that extent again. Literally, man, it's like an hour later. I'm sitting there and I'm like, let's try that other sauce, bro. Like, you know, I'm just like, oh, fucking right, man.
Well, you know what that's like, right? You know what that's like. It's the same thing I could say for fucking hero dabs. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Hero dab?
Yeah.
You can't
True.
breathe for 5
So
minutes.
true.
You're getting scared. You're like fucking dying.
Especially when you hit it hot and shit, man.
I'll never do a dab that big
dude.
again. Cut to an hour later, you're doing the fucking dab even bigger than that last one.
Yeah. Oh, shit. And it's the same.
Why don't you tell them about the worst, hottest fucking dab I ever gave you? Why don't you tell them about that time?
Let's
All right,
hear it.
All right, this is a good story. So it was right before one of the early episodes of the podcast. This must have been like episode 4 or 5. This guy comes over. He's like, I got a new rig, and Goon, I got this new shit for you to smoke. You've never seen this before. And we'd only been smoking shatter for like a year at the time. So like shatter was still new to me. I'm like, all right, what do you got, Ruckus?
Yeah.
I got distillate, bro. You ever smoked distillate?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, let's fucking try it out. He's
It's
like,
just
I
straight-
already know it's gonna
This is
fuck
great.
you up.
Yeah.
But this is where it goes sideways, though.
You ever eat
right?
that shit, man? My buddy eats like full syringes of that
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
thousand
that
at a
would
fuck you up
time.
too.
But what this motherfucker
Best
does,
snap ever.
Yeah.
what this chuckle fuck clown shoe over here tries to do, alright?
Chuckle fuck.
He takes
You
a
heard it
fucking
here
rig.
first.
He's like, oh, this new rig, it's so cool. My buddy let me use it. We're gonna smoke out of this. Here's the, and he heats it up, hands me the fucking pick, distillate. I'm like, cool, all right, let's do this. I'm hitting it. And as I'm hitting this dab, all right, I'm wondering why there's like a weird whistle coming from the rig. It's whistling. Like,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be making that noise. And I inhale, and I look at it. It's fucking dry. There was no water in the fucking rig at
dude.
all.
Oh,
So I
Dude.
run to the other side of the fucking basement where I know I'm gonna die for the next 10 minutes. I can't breathe. I'm in a laundry sink now. motherfucker.
I
Kappa
done,
clown
man.
show over
I
here.
did that twice. Like not myself, but I brought my bong to my buddy's house. Show up, like, yeah, fucking right. I was so excited to do a dab and shit. Pulled it out, was like, yeah, cool, fucking here you go, man, do a dab. Heat it up, I'm like, here you go. He smokes it. He goes, both of them had the exact same reaction. There's no water in it. And just kept smoking it. And
Yeah.
one of them actually was Pat, who was on here before or whatever.
420
And
episode.
same thing, I showed up and was like, here you go, let's do a dab. Yeah, fucking. He's hitting it. He's like, oh, there's no water in this. Oh, it feels so bad, man. And so then finally, man, it was now like a couple years later. This was actually just a couple months ago. It's like, yeah, fucking right. I think I just came back from somewhere, so I just like pulled out my bong out of the box and shit. Like, yeah, cool, all right, yeah. I picked out a dab. I was like, all right, cool, yeah. Heated it up. I was like, fuck it. Smoked it anyways. I'm like, whatever, just laying there coughing and shit.
That's
But it's funny
hilarious.
that you compared that to the hot eating hot shit, because it is the same, other than the coughing, but it is the same. You're like, this sucks, this sucks,
I'll
this
never
sucks.
do it again.
And you're sweating.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll never go this hard again. Cut to an hour later.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, I remember we used to do this thing called trial by combat. So because me and my buddies used to make shatter and shit. And so we'd all, like, whoever, say I showed up and was like, hey, man, I fucking made the shatter, right? So whoever made it would, so, like, I'd take a 0.2 dab, you'd take a 0.2 dab.
Okay.
Then I'd take a 0.2 dab, and then Ruckus would take a 0.2 dab. Then I'd take one, you show up, and,
Okay.
you know, and so it's trial by combat. We're like, oh, let's test it out, right? So we would do that, and I remember one time Buddy came over and was like, yeah, man, let's do it, whatever, yeah. So he gave me, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't a 0.2, but anyways, he gave me, like, a big dab. Fuck, smoked it, and I was sitting there like, you know, whenever you like can't breathe in because you're like coughing. So I was like, oh man, what the fuck? I'm just literally pouring off my face sweat. And the one guy looks at me and goes, why don't you just go in the other room, man? Because the other room is his girl room, and he's got like an AC and shit in there.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, fucking right. So I go in the room and I'm sitting there just like, hey, I better sit down so I don't like fall over and shit. Sitting there and I'm like coughing and shit. And I got to the point where I'm like, I'm fucking puke, man.
Yep.
So I'm coughing,
Yep.
coughing, fucking head spinning, everything. I'm sweating, whatever. I reach over and grab this garbage can, and I'm holding the garbage can, like, oh man. Eventually, I'm not sitting up anymore. I'm like laying down, holding it with my head on the edge of it.
Just
Oh man,
Red
oh man.
Bull.
Then all of a sudden, it just hit me. I went, I'm fine. And I was like, why am I, what the fuck? Push the garbage away. What the fuck am I doing? I go in there, they're like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I don't even know why I fucking went in there in the first place.
It's just too hot, I guess.
But
That's
yeah,
good.
dabs.
Now you're just fucking high school stoned out of nowhere. You're just,
Yeah, but at the same time too, it's like I used to get this shit buddy called it MDMA, but it was MDA. It was like brown.
Oh yeah.
And that
Okay,
and
yeah, I
that's like
remember that.
it's like so there's methyl deoxymethamphetamine, MDMA, but then there's methyl deoxyamphetamine, which is the MDA. So
a lot
there's
of people
no
don't
like
know the
meth.
difference.
Yeah, and the like the way my buddy explains it is like so
Science, bitch.
Yeah, you're learning something.
so
over
like
there.
MDMA is like that
the crystally shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the MDA is like you're kind of like a little bit
You're just like
hallucinogenic.
everything.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
feels
oh yeah, I
good.
just want to lay on my bed and touch my girlfriend and myself. And, like,
Yeah.
and not in a weird way, just like
Yeah.
you know,
For
rub
sure.
the furry
Feel
wall
so
and shit,
awesome
right?
Yeah.
now.
But anyways, point is, I'm getting off topic. But whenever I first, because my buddy's like, yeah, I can get MDMA, and he got me the brown shit. I was like, fuck this, man. And so, anyways, I ended up taking it, whatever. And I found every time I would take it, I'd be like, okay, I'm starting to get high. I'm starting to get high. And all of a sudden, like I'd be at a party or something, chilling out, and I go, oh fuck, this sucks. Oh man, and I'd have to go lay down somewhere. And my one buddy, he'd always have parties and shit. His parents always went away on the weekend and shit. So we fucking he'd have like this spare room or whatever, right? He's like, oh, spare room's all set up, man. Want me to put your bag in there and shit? And like he'd have everything like set up like it was my
Holy
room, you know? Have a
good
bottle
man.
of water in there and shit for like if I needed it, whatever. And so then yeah, there'd just come a point where like that way I knew I had a place to go, right? So I'd be like, oh, I'm too fucked up. And I'd go to that spot and I'd lay on the couch or lay on the bed and I'd be like, oh man, like I'm sweating, I'm shivering, I might puke, or like, you know, I'm like, this kind of sucks. I'm like, oh, I'm too fucked up. And then like I'd hear people being like, hey, like where's Styles? Like his car's here. Or, like, you know, where is he? They'd be like, oh, he's in here. Like they'd bring people in. My one buddy Shaylee'd always come in. Be like, hey man, what's up? I'm like, I'd be feeling better now, you know? I'm like, you want to smoke a doob? He's like, yeah. I'm like, here, man, pull out all my stuff. I'm like, here, roll a joint for
Yeah.
us and shit. But anyways, how that relates is that once I came out of that, like, oh, I feel sick and shit, I would go.
What's rattling? Sorry to
That's
interrupt
me
you.
moving my hand. Sorry, I literally just clicked into that whenever you said that. But anyways, so oh, help me. Okay, so how that relates to like doing a big dab or doing like hot shit and hating it and then coming back is that I would live that fucking 15-20 minutes of like, oh, I'm gonna puke or like die or like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not die, but this sucks basically, right?
Yeah.
But then half an hour later, I'm standing amongst the homies like drinking a beer, and I'm like, I'm still sufficiently high, but I'm like, I wish I was that high again. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Yeah, I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do it again.
You know,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
so that's how I related to the like the dabs and the hot stuff is like at the time you're like this fucking sucks. Oh, I shouldn't
It's
have done
human
that.
nature to never
Yeah.
learn your fucking lesson. Everybody
Yeah.
has that saying like, "Oh, you didn't learn your lesson."
Yeah.
Does anyone ever really learn their fucking lesson?
We gotta be the
Not
dumb,
only
the
that,
dumbest
like-
smart, the dumbest smartest fucking species in the world.
Not only that, but you know, it reminds me of an old saying, and as cliche as it is, it's true. It's not the destination; it's the ride.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not
Right.
getting high. It's, you know, I enjoy rolling a blunt. I enjoy breaking
Yeah.
up a dab and heating up the rig. I enjoy rolling joints for the night to go play some Pokemon Goon. It still feels like a
Fucking
spiritual
right.
experience, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, don't take that away and fucking... Yeah, it's fun to cough your brains
It's like
out
a ritual and
sometimes.
shit.
Even if it sucks, it's still kind of
Yeah.
fun, too.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the like cold start dabs? Excuse me.
Fuck, no, I actually
Cold
haven't
start
seen
down?
that.
So like you put your fucking dab in the had a little brain fart there. Thank you to the presidential rock star. Anyways,
Shit is nice.
so you put your dab into the banger already. Like usually you do it with like a quartz banger.
Okay.
But you put your dab in there already, put your carb cap on, and then heat it up.
Okay.
But then you like you're just like feathering it with the end of the flame, so it'll slowly heat up. Once it fully melts and starts bubbling, then you take a hit off of it, and like you almost see no smoke, like barely any smoke, but it'll taste like fucking so good.
Yeah.
And then you get that, and then you heat it up again, and then you'll get like more smoke. And that's so my buddy always says you got the first one to taste it and the second one to get high. So the second one might be hotter and whatever, but that's the one that gets you high.
Yeah.
So then like that shit I showed you, the live resin and shit, so you like put that in, heat it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
tastes
live
awesome,
resin
you know?
is
Yeah.
fucking good,
But
though.
then you like
that's
then you hit it again
always
and you're
tasty.
like
Yeah,
fucking
get the
stone
cough,
or whatever,
yeah.
right?
See, I like this method because I don't like taking a hot dab and destroying my lungs. I don't
Well-
like my throat feeling like
well,
it's on fire, but I also don't like waiting for it to cool down too long and you
And
just
then
melt
you
your
melt-
dab,
yeah.
you lose it.
You want to know what the secret
So-
is?
What's this?
Is with a quartz banger, usually a minute cool down is right around perfect. If it's a Chinese banger, sometimes like my buddy had one that was like 50 seconds. My other buddy had, or I had one that was 100, a minute and 10 seconds. So like it'll vary with the glass, but if like a normal fucking like regular heady like banger
Yeah.
will be like around a minute.
Okay.
But then even too, like say you hit it and it just puddles in there, it'll probably taste good and shit. But that's like the same as
Use
hitting
that
it the first
tactic.
dab. So then
Yeah.
you fucking heat
Use
it up
that
again
tactic.
and like yeah.
See, I need a new carb. That's what I need.
Look at that. Come to the 4G audio podcast and learn something new.
Yeah, I used to always
Learning
say
about the difference between MDMA and
And
NDA.
NDA.
Learning about how
Like,
to hit fucking
and-
cool
wait,
dabs, not
wait,
loud
and-
Made up our
dabs.
fucking alley here. Like, you guys are just as corrupt as us.
And-
This is great.
But you know what? I gotta say this. When I said all that shit about the MDA and MDMA, that is not like Google or whatever. You know what I mean? Actually, sorry, I will say I have Googled it since to like re-up the information. But I actually was at a party because I didn't know the difference. Right, my buddy got me this brown shit, and it got me more fucked up. And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, it's not the same. Something's different, right?" And so, point is that I was at a party with this fucking guy who was in his last year to be a chemist or whatever in Ottawa U, and he was at the party selling these people ketamine or whatever, right?
Oh shit.
And so then I was like, hey, and I got talking to him about, he's like, yeah, I'm a chemist, whatever. And I was like, hey, wait a second. And I explained it to him. He goes, I'm just going to stop you right there. He totally interrupted me. He was just like, that's MDA. This is the whole difference and whatever. Like he like drew a chart and everything. He didn't, but it's good for the
Might
story.
as well,
Plus on a
right?
little whiteboard.
But so what I'm saying is whenever
Spoke the
I hear that, or whenever I say that, I'm hearing that right from like the horse's mouth almost, you know?
Right.
You know, it reminds me of a fucked up time in like
Tell
the
me
early
about it.
2000s when, like, me back in the day, I used to be a drug dealer, right? And I got to see this very weird
Sorry to hear
time
that. No.
in the early 2000s where, like, oh, don't be sorry, but
No, I was right around the same time as you.
do you remember when you had a bunch of old heads who would refer to oxys as Molly, right? And you had a bunch of
No.
new kids. No?
Never heard
See,
that.
before
See, I
Molly
heard
was
I
Roxy.
never
everything.
heard that either.
I always heard Roxy's, man. Roxy.
No, that's
see,
that's kind of new to me. That's like the last 10
My
years.
buddy called
before.
MDA Sally, which was Molly's
Sally.
grandma.
Hmm.
Because he explained that, because this guy's an old hippie. He's like fucking 40, maybe 50 even. But
Oh, weird.
But anyways, he goes, yeah, he's like, that was like the love drug kind of thing, was like the MDA. And also, I don't know if what he says is even true, but he said they called it Sally. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no
Just because you were
worries, no
talking
worries,
about the
that's
names, I
interesting.
had to say they called that
Yeah.
Sally.
No, see,
Molly's
It's
like,
grandma.
all interesting and
back
like
in the day, that shit got sold to me as MDMA.
The brown?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
brown.
yeah.
yeah. The brown.
Yeah.
well, that's where like in drug culture shit gets lost, you know? Like there was a good span of like 2 to 4 years where you had people calling up people looking for Molly.
Right.
And dealers didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. They had to try to, without incriminating themselves on the phone, so, you know, what are you actually looking for? Are you looking for these fucking things that look like this, or are you looking for this thing that looks like that? And yeah, no, it kind of fucked up the whole slang for about 2 or 3 years.
Is it this one?
It hit real fast though.
Against
What?
the table?
Goon, you're one corrupt motherfucker.
I am.
Like,
No.
when did you start this shit? The
I
age
did
of-
too much
the age of
M one
7?
night and
man.
I almost overheated. I started fevering out. I was way too hot.
Sorry.
That's a fun story. M
That
almost killed me
happens,
one
though.
night.
Yeah, man, that's I feel like I've interrupted you like 3 times in the last minute, but just real quick, like you said, overheating and shit. Someone also explained to me too, like the reason why you drink water is to keep yourself cool, right? It's like like your thermostat or whatever
Or
in your
you-
body's
yeah.
like fucked
If
up.
you do it while you're drinking too, man, it's like
Yeah. So like if you
In
could
the-
like literally cook your brain
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
From
No
over.
doubt.
I was gonna die that night, and like, so hear me out.
You sound like you were like determined.
I went hard that night, you know. I was used to
Sorry.
doing like fucking 0.2, 0.3. I would go hard by a normal person's fucking standard, and then one night I just wanted to go really hard. I was solo dolo.
Oh.
Must have been like fucking
That
0.5,
makes
some
things
shit.
almost even more heightened, you know,
For-
when you're by yourself.
And yeah, for a guy with a low tolerance like me too, that was just too much. I was already kind of anxious. I decided to walk to the hood, right? I had a mission. I wanted to grab some things. Brought some paint with me. I brought a bottle of water because I had enough brains to know like I'm going to be dehydrated and I'm going
Yeah.
to be hot. It's a hot summer night. And it was
course.
right in the middle of a fucking heat wave too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get to the hood. I killed my bottle of water within like 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a third of the way to the hood. It's already gone. It's done, you know? I get to the store. I'm overheating. I can feel the heat radiating off of my head, you know? This is bad. I need to get a drink. I go to the store. Fucking middle of Caldwell, grimy town. Back in 10 minutes. Oh, go fuck yourself. Now I gotta walk down the street.
Yeah.
Yo, that blue Powerade though, that blue Powerade that I got at the gas station saved my fucking
Fuck
life, and
yeah.
it tasted so blessed.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you know what? One time I was
Shout
at
out
my
to Blue
buddy's place.
Powerade.
Actually, I was at I won't say his name. He was on here before, but I was at my buddy's house. Fucking ate some M or whatever, and he told me one time too. He's like, man, he's like, if you're ever feeling like that, man, he's like, I don't care who's sitting on the couch. He's like, tell him to get off, and you're laying on the couch. And side story, I actually did that to a couple chicks that he brought home from the bar. But anyways, I was laying on the fucking couch, and my girlfriend was like, yeah, fucking, I'm going to get drinks and water and stuff, and I'm like sweating, like steaming in the living room, and fucking, anyways, she went and got like fuck Gatorade there, Gatorade water or whatever the fuck at the time. And she got this fucking, I don't know if it was Gatorade. I want to say it was Gatorade. I don't know if it was or not, but it was this fucking vitamin gum. And it had like electrolytes and shit. So I'm like
Oh,
chewing the
God.
gum and
Never
drinking the
heard of it.
Gatorade water. And like, and the worst part
Get
is too,
back in the
actually,
game.
another side story, speaking of the water, is
They just go
She
on
go-
forever.
yeah, I know, right? So she goes, yeah, like I got this like Gatorade water shit too. I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks, yeah. I'm like, I wonder like what it's like, you know? Is it like water? Like, is it like some kind of like clear juice or whatever? And I open it, took a big chug of it, just went, tastes like water. And just gave it back to her. But I didn't realize at the time. I was just high. I was like, but I didn't realize that was such a dick. Like, yeah, like thanks
Take your
for
bullshit
walking,
vitamin
yeah,
water back.
Thanks for walking to
Yeah.
the store and everything, but it's water.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, no. Shout out to her if she's watching. She'll know.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's tuning in right now. I think we got 3 viewers.
Yeah,
Shout out
comment.
to anyone who's ever like actually trips into the
Mr.
bro.
Mr. Zed commented.
Shout out Zed. Yeah, seriously,
He
man.
said,
Zed.
he said you were notorious for those dabs. I
Uh,
assume that's what he's talking about.
Fuck, the only reason
yeah.
I'm here right now is because Mr. Zed actually doing my work for me.
Zed's
Yeah.
holding us down in the
Let's shout
background
out
right
Mr.
now.
Zed.
That
Live.
man,
I gotta
since
say-
we met him, like, he has literally done, like, almost everything he could in his power to fucking help us.
yeah, and he's got a
Straight.
big
Get up
big
those
hand in the
steps.
Pokemon
That's
Goon
sick.
thing too, or whatever. Like
Straight
he's
he.
like, yeah,
He's the man
making it.
behind Pokemon Goon. I'm just a corrupt fucker in front of the camera. He's
I gotta
the one doing
say-
all the work, you know.
I gotta say though, I saw the little bit from the video and shit or whatever. I saw a little sneak peek, and fuck man, like it's fucking
Yeah.
good, man. Like
Message
yeah,
to the haters video.
Like, there
yeah,
was-
that's-
and it was funny because there were certain shots that I remember at the time being like, how's it gonna look with like the
Yeah,
people
you were there
and
for
like
the
whatever, yeah,
brainstorming.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how's it gonna look and shit and whatever. But now that I see it, it's like it's so much because I pictured that you were gonna see way more of the like shot and stuff, whatever. But it all fucking it was really good, you know. And so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the final product, man.
That's it. We
Yeah.
tried to bring you a sneak peek tonight for the record. We tried to bring you guys a sneak peek. Technical difficulties.
Testicle difficult.
Join us on the Creep Squad podcast if you got time Sunday, and you're gonna see this motherfucker out there.
Cheat.
And
What
you're
time
gonna
you guys
see
do that
us
shit
all.
on, anyways?
5 o'clock.
Oh,
we actually
fuck.
just switched it
Word.
up again from like 6 to 5 o'clock. We have no static time, but like we'll stick to the 5 o'clock
What's
thing
static
for a
time?
while.
Yeah,
like, exactly.
like direct time. Like,
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
see, we can't actually give like a perfect time. Like, we're gonna air at 5. We're
We
gonna air
tried.
at 6. We
We
tried.
fucked that
But,
up
like,
real good.
We've been doing this for 2 years, and in 2
Yeah.
years, not once have we hit our fucking record of we're gonna start
And
this
for
time.
2 years, I just want to say, for 2 years, it's been this chuckle fuck's fault every goddamn time. We didn't go
He's a
live.
bullshit
Listen
liar.
here, Ruck. Listen, don't.
Do you know how many times we wind up sitting there early and just doing dabs and talking?
Yeah.
Because shit goes on in our lives, and it ain't easy.
Oh man.
It ain't easy coming
that's
from where
real.
we come from and actually going to where we did as fast as we did. Like
Dude.
trials and tribulations. Like we've gone through some fucking
Turmoil,
shit. We're still
trials,
going through some shit, but
tribulations.
we get through it.
Trifling, petty bullshit people
That's
want to
what's
bring
up.
us through.
Yo.
Yeah.
I
Well
don't.
said.
I don't want to fucking change the subject, but I just caught a fucking view that there's 2 fucking. I won't be rude, but 2 vaporizers here or whatever.
Yes.
Wait,
What's-
Yeah, he's
what's-
like, what do you want to say?
what are the
He's like, tell
flavors
me
in
about
there?
Those kids dying.
that one's cannoli.
And by who?
It's by Atmos Vapor.
Have you ever heard of Smash Hits?
No.
No, it's like a line. He makes cannoli as well. What's the other one? Is it a fruity one?
that is. What the fuck am I vaping right?
Some sort of French toast.
Oh, you
with
know what?
syrup
No,
or
it's
something
Oh yeah,
else.
you're right. It's a blueberry French toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
I like
I try
desserty
that one?
flavors.
That's
Yeah,
quite a
by all
flavor.
means.
I'm not a huge fan of the like milky
It'll be,
desserts or
this
like
button.
chocolatey like desserts.
I don't even like this flavor right
But
now.
well,
I'm
my
kinda
buddy,
pissed
man,
off.
he's the same way, and that's the only thing he smokes. Like he would rather a fruity thing, but that's all he smokes is the cannoli. He's like, man, I don't like these type, but he just fucking loves that one. But see, like this one, even too, like with the French toast.
It's tasty.
I'm gonna try it because of the blueberries, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, someone was smoking in the car though. Smell fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that might have been me. I
It's this whole
going
big
ham.
thing. Oh, it's this button.
Oh, you gotta press
Yeah.
that 5 times.
Is it on?
No,
Let's see.
there we go.
There you go. All right. Yeah.
Voopoo.
Yeah, mine too.
Is that what it's called?
Okay.
Yeah, it's such a weird brand.
It's like
These
the
things change.
vaporizer.
These things change every 2 years. There'll be a whole new,
That's cloud.
line of vaporizers, a whole
Cloudy.
new line of coils and shit. But you know what? It does help you fucking get off of smokes. You know, I used to smoke
Yeah.
a pack a fucking day, and now I can vape and be happy. Sure, I still have a smoker too every so often, but I'm not smoking a pack or fucking day
How
anymore.
much nicotine is in this?
5 months.
It's at 3 milligrams.
Not one.
I
Right.
have a headache now.
Congrats.
Nah, I'm just.
He's
I was
lying.
gonna say, not off two clouds.
I'm sick.
Not
bro.
off two
I
clouds.
seriously haven't had a smoke in 5 months. Like, I did it for 4.5 years. I buckled
good, right?
after I had my kid. I got stressed
Yeah.
out, and then I picked it up again after a year smoking because
You just get a room full of those people, and you got like a cheap fucking smoke machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
I
the
know.
smell. And the smell, man. I
It's
just
fucked
want to
up
make
you
an
say that.
announcement, man. One sec here.
Shout out Big Tobacco or what?
I'm clouding.
This has nothing
I'm
to do
clouding,
with
bro.
tobacco when you see something like this.
I know.
Big tobacco.
I'm gonna have.
making their-
I'm gonna have
They
popcorn lung by the
ones
morning.
that are putting people in the hospital right now
You know what,
are
though?
made by Big Tobacco.
Oh, that's what you
Oh
think.
yeah.
Yep. No,
I thought
that's
they were
true.
just sending out that propaganda. I
No,
wasn't-
those are made by Big Tobacco, and that it's the Juul specifically. That if you're gonna
Yeah.
quit smoking, you don't go buy a Juul at the gas station.
Goddamn jewel, man.
No?
It's the stupidest fucking thing you can do. You're gonna kill yourself.
Is
I
that
know
what?
someone that's well, I was on those pretty hard.
I know a lot of
Yeah,
people that are
Might
on
even
it.
be
man.
watching right now too. Who knows?
You know, a
Go
lot of
to an
people say it
actual vape
works,
shop.
but the thing is, yeah, like you get what you pay for basically. And when you buy
And you pay a lot.
like a $50 or $100 vaporizer, yeah, it's fucking expensive. But the thing is, it's initial investment, and once you get past that initial investment, you save money on buying a fucking pack every day.
Yeah.
Because suddenly
Well-
now you're paying like $30 for juice for the
The
week.
jewels aren't too
You
bad
save that money,
on
get a
price,
real vaporizer.
but they're gross.
And see, yeah, that's I
And
can't
I just
speak
don't
on
like.
the jewels, but I don't trust them. It's,
I just don't like the whole like. It's like a fad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's like a
we were
strong
doing
like
this
That's
jewel.
what it
was
No,
a
I don't
fad.
mean that. I mean like the jewel thing, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
jewel's like a heavy like teenager, like younger people
It's
and
just
stuff.
like
You know
the
what I
blue
mean? And it's
smoke.
like it's just like a cool like it's a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I'm just like I don't know, especially for kids to be
They're
doing it, right?
ruining
Like
it.
it's like, hey, whoa,
They're ruining
like
it.
yeah. I know a buddy. Well, I know a few guys that like vape with the boxes and shit. One buddy, Jim. Shout out Jimbo. Jimbo Slice. But he's like always vaping mad. Like he'll just like it doesn't even have to be broken to buy a new one. He's just like, I saw this other box, bought it.
I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. But no, he loves that shit. Some guy actually fucking tried. I was in a shop. He brought me into a shop, and I was just standing there because I'm like, I don't need to be in here. So I was like just standing there, like okay, whatever. And I was wearing a Wu-Tang shirt, and I was standing like back, like I was making it obvious. I'm like, I'm not looking at stuff. I'm not here to buy stuff. My buddy is. And the one guy's like, hey man, he's like, can I help you or whatever? I'm like, oh no, like, I don't vape. And he was like, oh, not yet. And I was like, no, I'm not hipster enough for that. And he goes, hipster? He's like, you're the one standing there wearing a fucking OG Wu-Tang shirt. And I was like, yeah, because I've listened to them since I was like real young. And also too, I don't think he realized how old I was.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I think I said like 94 or something, whatever, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, I was like stealing Wu-Tang CDs out of my brother's room and shit, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, point is, I was just like, yeah, like, totally shut him down. Anyways, the guy fucking leaves. He's like, come on, mom. His mom's like waiting in this like little cafe, like beside. He goes, yeah, see you guys later. He's like, do you know if there's a Tesla dealership here? We're gonna go test drive a Tesla. And I was like, I'm like, are we like, do we just have that fucking conversation, man? Like, well, it's like he was like, took offense to it and was like, you're the hipster, and then walks out. I was like, going to test drive a Tesla, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm out of line to say that those things are hipster.
He's just trying to flex on you.
Well, that's the thing. Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
He didn't have to be fucking butthurt like that either. He could have just sat there and been smug about the fact, like, yeah, well, I don't smoke. Yeah. Like he could have had his rebuttals to it, but he got.
And at the same time, too, that's one of those, like, whenever I said that, like, in my mind, I'm like I would tease my buddy about being a hipster, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, haha, like, hipsters, whatever. But like, he took offense to it. But that one of like the way that I joked about that's one of those things that like 90% of the time is taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause it's different, like I say that to my buddy who took me there, and like he's like, haha, yeah, whatever. Like, we're all hipsters to you, bro. Like, and it's a joke, And I'm like, yes, that's the way I want it to be taken, But again, I don't know where I'm going with any of that, but
well,
it's just
that's
one of
the
those.
thing. You're sitting in the room with a man who can sit there and call a straight man a gay baby. He can like.
You were acting like a gay baby that day.
Go
all right,
fuck
you were
yourself.
acting like
How
a
about
fucking
that?
gay baby.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, how about that? Go
And
fuck
you know
yourself.
what? You know
I was
what it's
gonna
like?
compliment you after that, but you know what? You want to be a piece of shit? Fine, fuck you.
I say, you can't say fag anymore because it's gonna offend some people. I've been calling my friends
nice.
faggot since I was fucking 8 years old.
Yeah, man.
What? You're not gonna take that away from me. You're not just gonna change English language
And
for
like,
me.
and
I
like,
guess what I was
sorry.
getting to is we're pretty corrupt. So anything that you guys say on this podcast that you may think politically correct or incorrect, well,
Go fuck
we're cool
yourself.
with that shit. So
I feel like I've already like tiptoed a few lines already on this episode.
Once you bring any member of Creep Squad on anything, you can throw political correctness out the fucking window, basically.
Yeah.
Especially when it's Goon. Especially when
Yeah, it's their fault, not mine, man.
I've
my
told
filter is
politicians
somewhat
off.
there. Him, no.
Don't
He
blame
doesn't have a
4G.
filter at all. He will tell you to fuck
It's all
off.
welcome on.
I'll sit
4G.
there and laugh.
The
He'll tell you
views
to
and
fuck off.
opinions expressed by Goon do not reflect that of the 4G audio podcast. Let's make that clear right now.
You have a good radio voice, by the way.
Thank you.
That's what everybody
Totally.
says to him.
Yeah, we should actually get you to do a disclaimer like that, but instead of Goon, just say like the guest or whatever, like.
I'll hold you guys
The
down.
voice.
Yeah,
The
these are
smoothest
their
voice in
opinions.
radio.
Yeah.
I just want to take a second, shout out our sponsor,
Hell yeah.
Green Grass Oasis. We got one of these. We got one of these. We got a bunch of them. You know what it is.
Shout out.
You said you want to try that purple Urkel?
Oh, wait.
Hell yeah.
Purple
Let's get
Urkel.
that
How would I
in.
tell you that reminds
You got me a
that,
drink?
You guys literally remind us of us from back when we started. Like
Hell
you
yeah.
guys do the fucking weed sponsors and all that shit. Like our shit changed up over the years. Like we're a little different now. We try to make people laugh more so than anything now. Whereas before we were like sitting there sampling different dabs and shit from
Yeah.
sponsors,
Oh,
and we were
yeah.
doing that. Now like. Since the split and since Beyond fucked off and like wherever he is, like I'm just gonna throw that out there. Sorry again. Fuck you. Fuck your LA Kings hat. If
I'm
I
good
had
with
it,
that.
I'd wipe my fucking ass with it.
I'm more than good with that.
But
Yeah, I have it now. No. Oh shit. that's another one of those things that it's always going to be taken the wrong way.
But no, like that's just is. Now we're different. Like we like to bring the sponsored videos, and now we're going into like our spin-offs. Like Creep Squad is constantly trying to change it up because like if not, you guys are gonna leave us.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
See, at first I thought you were selling that. Like, listen, we used to take this shit seriously. We tried to be professional. It didn't work. We just started chuckle fucking around with their clown shoes. But no. Then at the end, at the tail end, you brought it back to like we're changing, we're evolving, and the only constant is change. Fucking trials and tribulations. Once again, anything we survive just makes us better. We learn from it. We fucking grow, and we fucking.
That's
We
right.
change for the better. I mean, fucking the things we've been doing lately. It's blessed. Like dreams coming true.
Yeah.
And
Well,
fucking-
tell us about it. What have you guys been doing? What have you guys been up to?
We opening for Crazy Town soon.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy
gonna
Town.
be some funny shit. We're working on new music. We're gonna do some new music. It'll obviously be us and our homie Zed. Zed partakes. Don't let the face paint and the videography and all that shit fool you. Like as much as he'll tell you to your face that he's not a rapper, you guys.
I heard
will
him
see at
spitting
this
bars, I
release
think, in the
party.
basement.
He's
earlier.
got
Oh, yeah.
bars. Don't let him. Yeah.
Don't let that
Sick.
shit fool you. That man should be in battle rap. That man could fucking eat your food. Just saying,
Yeah.
like he just, he's just not there yet where he feels comfortable doing it. But I'm telling you, like if he did, you fucking eat your food.
Wow, and you guys got like good. You guys got good support all around you and shit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I feel like you guys could push them to that. You know?
Yeah, we got a huge family. We don't really have a support team. We have a family. You
Nice,
know,
I
like
that.
it's pretty amazing.
He
Like-
reiterated on here that he's not a rapper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a rapper.
Whatever helps you
He
sleep
will
at night,
tell you
man.
that.
Yeah.
Like he will tell you that. I'm telling you, he will tell you that. But I'm telling you, he can.
Correct me if I'm
Fucking
wrong.
spit.
I've seen him on stage before.
Oh yeah.
He has rapped on stage before.
He has rapped on stage. He's acapella'd on stage during my sets.
So don't fucking lie.
During other
No.
things.
I'm sorry,
He
bro.
also does my backup vocals on my sets, on Goon sets now too. Sometimes Goon partakes in my solo sets. Sometimes I partake on his.
Sometimes he
like-
features on a song too. Does an intro and an outro thing. Holds me down. Fucking.
Sick.
This guy's got too many hats. He's got too many
Too
hats.
many
Yeah,
hats.
man,
Too
yeah.
many
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
He partakes in Creep Squad. He runs my page. He does so much. Like the guy is a workaholic, and he doesn't even give himself the credit he deserves on that one. Like
A modest guy.
oh yeah, he's very humble.
Yeah.
And so far,
And-
when I see, man, like fucking good work, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I only saw like that little bit of that and whatever, and you're like the Pokemon Goon and stuff, but
But no,
like
that's
you know what I mean. I like it. You know what I mean. He's not just a guy holding the camera. Like me,
Right.
if I was doing that, I'm just pointing at them. You know what I mean? Like
When
But
we
he
met
even-
Zed, it was
he even had
crazy.
it all figured out in his head for that video whenever we
Yeah.
did
Oh,
the
yeah.
shoot and
Oh, yeah.
stuff, man. Like
dude's
just
always
like-
got a vision.
Sorry.
I walked in the
Always.
cemetery with him for a day, well, for multiple hours, and we just talked, and he just bang, this is a good idea, this is a good idea. Like
Yeah.
he had a million more ideas than what he even put in the video. I'm telling you, like the guy's mind is it's large, and he has the ability to make big things happen. Like when we met him, it was because of the ICP show. We met him
Okay.
because he was there to watch that.
That was
show.
last year, right?
Yeah,
Like August something, I think.
September.
Okay, it was supposed to be in August though, maybe.
Yeah, it was
18th,
supposed to be.
19th.
It was.
Yeah, I think it
It
got
was
pushed
on-
back.
If I
That's
remember
right.
correctly, it was the 19th because and I could also be wrong, but because that was my parents' wedding anniversary.
Right.
And then because I remember I was gonna go, and then they said they weren't coming. I could be wrong with the details, but
Yeah.
Oh, I think
I'm
I
saying that
remember-
now.
Yeah, they had trouble getting through the border.
But there was
Yeah,
a
it was a
switch.
possible
Either way, there was a
cancellation.
switch or whatever. Yeah,
Then it was
okay.
delayed.
But so that was
Yeah.
just recently, I guess. That's what I'm getting
That was a
at.
year
Sorry.
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the thing is how we met him is he actually made a video of us on stage that night,
Yeah.
and he put it out there, and like it formed the connection right there. And then he met up with us at our next show when we opened for Adlib,
Yeah.
And from there it was just history. Like that was it. He was one of us right from there. I mean, whether we knew it or he knew it, that's how it happened.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
promo vid for the ad lib show was actually just in my timeline as memories from a year ago the other day, and it was funny to watch and just think about how much we've actually fucking created together since then, you know. And I mean,
Yeah.
just in the last month,
Yeah.
I shot a 4-episode comedy series with him. You, me, and him and Ricochet shot a video with all the homies.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's working on a Burn the Beat behind the scenes fucking video that's gonna be dope as fuck. And just so many hats. Too many hats, this
Too many
guy.
hats.
Jack
Too
of
many
all
hats.
trades.
Like he's doing so much. Like it goes even more than that. Like he did my entire album art for the Shit Disturber EP.
Yeah.
He's doing the poster. He's
Did the graphic design, for
Which
the
we
Army
will
of
see real
Darkness.
soon, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be real soon. And
Side note, we got to send a 4G thing to Zed.
yeah. These guys will be
Absolutely.
opening up.
What, a sticker?
Shit Disturber EP
Um,
release.
logo.
Goon.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that can be
yeah,
done.
Mom.
I just the
got
only
it.
reason I said is because it was on my mind right at that moment.
Yeah.
Because we were talking.
We
I
can
got
do that.
Goon
but-
up late that night. That way we can get him wasted before he goes up. We're gonna see Goon rap wasted.
Yeah. What do you drink, man?
Oh,
yeah.
liquor.
Do you want this?
Everything. He drinks everything. Oh fuck yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. You still good on the drink?
I'm good.
We got
Thank you.
waters and shit.
I'll take a water if you don't
Nice.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm not a beer guy. Thank
Holy
you, though.
fuck, you drink water.
Sometimes.
That's
Sometimes.
another thing he doesn't drink is water. I'm telling you.
You know what? I forgot that fucking Fago at your crib.
I drank it.
Oh, you drank it?
Oh,
anyway?
yeah.
Oh, you're kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
Was it
drank
vanilla
it.
cream?
I drank that shit at work today. I was like, oh yeah, Goon didn't take it. I told him to. Oh yeah.
Was it that vanilla cream?
No, it was Red Pop.
Red pop?
Yeah.
Never
Red
seen
my
it.
Pop.
favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was telling you guys this before. Like, there's a little. What's it called? The bulk bin. A place called the bulk bin where I'm from, and
We
it's
got
a-
a Rock Lavoie in here now. Is that how it goes?
Rocky.
gang.
That's Rocky Promotions right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Much
this
love, homie.
this motherfucker too. He's been putting in work for us since day one. He's been promoting all of our shit. He's on a need to know basis, guys.
Yeah.
No,
Sick,
he's-
man. Yeah, I've seen his name fucking pop up. I guess maybe on Facebook and shit, whatever.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
Oh,
Um,
you passing it?
No, it's good.
Oh,
though.
fuck.
No, all
No.
right. Well.
I thought you were passing
No,
that shit.
I was like, I was reading the comments and I have my arms.
There we go.
crossed.
Darcy Peterson's gonna find this. He's gonna make a fucking
Oh,
humble video of this
shit.
one.
Oh,
Do
shit.
it. Do it, Darcy. I would actually
Hashtag
laugh if
basement
he did
weirdo.
it. Like, no.
So
Like,
would
I'm
I.
not on fucking bad terms with Darcy Peterson or anything.
No.
So,
It's all love.
should we
Fuck
throw
Darcy.
the spotlight back?
Well, I've heard different stories. I mean,
Let's rewind back to when Goon made that statement. Sorry.
Little Peep made
Oh.
shitty music, and I'm glad he's dead.
Oh shit!
There it is.
Oh,
I told you, Styles.
It's over, man.
that's quite the stance to
Shut it
take.
down.
He broke the internet with that post. He broke the internet. Like that was the day Goon broke the
It's all right,
internet.
man.
So hear me out,
everybody
hear
got
me
in
out.
his inbox. It was fucking hilarious. Like,
When
it was
this
bad.
guy
Okay,
died,
wait.
it was too
Oh,
soon.
okay.
And it
You
was,
are a
it was it was
nightmare.
it was shitty of me. I'm a shitty person. Yeah, I'm an asshole. But here's the thing. I also watched the effect that fucking asshole's music had on a whole generation of kids.
Oh, man.
I watched kids like my nephew who would never fucking ever do any kind of hard drugs.
Oh,
Suddenly,
I get you.
after
yeah.
a few weeks of listening to Little Peep and guys like that, you know what? I kind of want to try lean. I kind of want to like stop my heart and die. You know?
Yeah,
And I'm like, yo, this kid's like, yeah, no. So you know what? I stand by my statement. And when I made that statement, yo, people lost their shit though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had-
I don't know, man. I feel you there though, because like even like man, seriously, even myself, like, and I'm talking like back in the day, like, fuck, man, I don't know, I'd be like 17 maybe or 18. Anyway, so yeah, I'm talking like 16, 17 years ago, but
people you idolize,
But, like,
right?
yeah, man, at one point I literally was like, cause okay, like, I don't know if I maybe got this idea from other people or if I made this up myself.
Mm.
But I always felt like there was like this idea that like in the 60s or 70s or something like that, around that time, like that a lot of these people like say like Pink Floyd and like fucking I can't even name another one, but like these like psychedelic artists and shit like that,
Acid heads.
and like getting their influence from psychedelics and like acid, like you said, yeah, and like shit like that, right? So I remember being like, yeah, like that'll give you inspiration. You know what I mean? As an added bonus. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not why I did it, but as an added bonus. But so when I say all that, I remember at a point really big into Lil Wayne. And he's always talking about lean and shit,
Lean,
right?
yeah.
And it
No
wasn't that
way.
I ever
Smoking weed,
thought,
too.
yeah, and it wasn't that I ever thought that lean was gonna make me like more creative. It's just that I was like, hey, you know what I mean?
If
Like
he
it's
enjoys it,
yeah,
He's
you know.
doing it.
So I was like,
Yeah.
like I want to try it and shit, you
Yeah.
know. And then I found out more about it and was like, no, like I don't want to do that. It's like a mild heroin in a bottle, you know. I'm like, I don't want any of that.
So it's
And
like
then-
what, codeine and like Sprite, like that's
Yeah, well,
yeah.
but it's not just the codeine; it's the there's promethazine
Promethazine,
codeine, and then
yeah.
there's like a hydrochloride or
Yeah.
hydrochlor something.
And cut to 5 years later, and fucking it almost killed him. He
Yeah,
was straight up
totally.
in the
Yeah,
and
interview,
then-
he was like, I
having
had
seizures.
And
to
there was
stop.
the song from Macklemore too, where it's called the other side or other side,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it has like the song the other side
Other
from
side, Red Hot Chili
yeah, yeah.
Peppers.
And in the song he talks about how his buddy died sitting in his basement. He just like stopped breathing and shit. And he mentions in the song, he says something about fucking Lil Wayne doing lean, and he's like, people think that shit's imperative to being creative.
Mhm.
Imperative, is that the word? Whatever, but either way, he says basically people are thinking that, and I was like, man, and it was like years later when I had already like, I'm not, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was years later, and I was like, "Whoa, yeah, totally." You know what I mean? Like that totally hit me. And there's definitely like there's definitely like a market within music, especially hip hop. I do believe, and I'm making this up myself as a like conspiracy theory kind of thing. But like man, literally, I remember fucking I'd be driving around smoking weed, smoke a joint, flick it out the window. It'd be like a fucking huge joint too. Flick it out the window. Little while later, fucking some certain song would come on, and I'm like, I want to smoke more weed, and then roll up another
Yeah,
joint, and I'm
yeah.
like, I literally just flicked that shit out the window like 30 seconds ago, and I'm rolling another joint because I love this song and I want to smoke weed, and I was like, man, hip hop makes me want to smoke weed, and I'm not saying that itself is like a conspiracy or whatever, you know what I mean? But I feel like
Right.
that, say like the Cavassier and like, you know what I mean, when they're saying all this shit, Louis Vuitton and shit like that, like. One guy mentions Saint Laurent. He says, "I get that shit for free," and
well, that's why hip hop became right, and like after the '80s, like marketing became a
What?
thing. Like when
Yeah.
they started
But-
to like when all these big corporations like Adidas, when
But-
fucking Run DMC or whoever it was making
Yeah.
songs about their
But-
fucking kicks. And
Yeah.
they're like, damn, kids want to fucking buy those now because
Yeah.
these people are
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it.
but like
And
so.
then boom.
So like
that's what
to add
happened.
on to that though, in the even like bigger fucking, I might be getting a little fucking wild right now, but in the bigger picture, like, okay, so there's like yeah, we are directly sponsoring this person and trying to sell their product or whatever. Say like be it Louis Vuitton, whatever, you know, designer or whatever. But then there's like so the big pharmacy companies and shit. The doctors buy into the big pharmacy companies, and then they prescribe you the drugs so that, and they tell you they use their trust, right? And this is I shouldn't speak for all the doctors, but I do know that in the States this is a big thing. And so they in turn make money off of you buying these drugs because they tell you that you need to take these drugs, right? And then I personally think that they're trying to sell these drugs through the fucking
Big Pharma, man.
through
Yeah.
the rap music, you know.
It was
And-
only a matter of time when you think about it because you see the effect.
That's
it has
actually
on
quite
fashion.
interesting. I'm just
You
putting that together. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah,
No,
that's,
no.
that's
and
definitely-
if you keep all that in mind, how do you keep people from like rising up or having their own mind to like do stuff, right?
well, that's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, so like when big
Get them
like,
on drugs and make them fucking stupid.
let's say when
You know what I
when
just
like
realized?
Nike and Adidas realized that they could use rap to sell their
Yeah.
merchandise. How long did it take for fucking Big Pharma to be like, damn,
Yeah.
we can do this shit too. Fuck.
Yeah,
Let's get some
yeah.
rapper talking
Uh-oh.
about some fucking codeine and
You know
shit,
what I
and
just
boom.
realized?
What?
Our music promotes violence.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it does. What's your point?
We are corrupting people to beat the shit out of each other. This is a good thing, okay? Don't be a pussy, okay? If you're a little kid watching this, Tell your mother to spank you. You shouldn't be watching this.
Not in a good way.
You know, violent music never actually incited me to do anything. Asides that one song that M made where he was like, yo, if you see Whitey Ford, fucking
Tell
throw
him I'ma whoop
rocks
his
at him.
ass.
Isn't that like
Hit
a
him with sticks and shit.
isn't that
No,
like
he
a
told-
newer song?
No, that's some
Emin-
old school shit. Like, he
Is that
legit
really old?
told his fans,
Yeah.
if you see fucking Everlast, if you see him, throw rocks at him, hit him with sticks.
Wasn't that an Eminem
That shit
diss?
happened to do it a few times.
Eminem and
shit because of
Everlast
his
had
music.
a bat like
Eminem
they got
and
into it.
Oh, yeah,
Eminem and Everlast. Eminem and
That was
Everlast.
actually a great beef, though.
Yeah,
on
Yeah,
the real.
man.
I didn't actually didn't know that, man.
Everlast had a real good
I really-
Whitey's Revenge. It's called.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah,
Why is
sure.
his name
Don't
Whitey
slaughter
Ford or
them.
what? I thought Whitey Ford was a real guy that like just
Yeah.
died or some shit.
No.
I always
It's not
assumed
dead.
it was his
No,
government, but I
the
don't
most
know.
recent death it was
What-
oh I don't even know.
Who am
can't
I
remember
thinking
his name.
about?
He's like the Canadian guy. He's
Whitey Ford.
big Raptors fan. What? Whitey Ford.
Yeah.
Is
You
that's
saying he's the
Everlast,
guy?
isn't
But
it?
no, isn't there like an old fucking dude that just recently
You guys
died or
both
went to
got
jail?
laptops, you ain't got Google? The fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm caught up in this
Hold us down.
conversation.
But anyways,
Yeah.
any motherfucking way.
I'm pretty sure you're right,
I don't
though.
know. I don't know, man. Whatever. Whitey Ford is actually the guy's name from Everlast.
Everlast is a dude, just as one guy.
I thought it was a
Well,
band
see,
name.
so Everlast,
No,
Everlast is his stage name, and he was one
Yeah.
part of House of Pain, La Coca Nostra, right? And when M would call him Whitey Ford, I would always just assume it's his government name. That's what I assume.
Yeah.
It sounds legit. It might have been some inside diss, something that only fucking Everlast would understand and get butthurt
Right.
over.
Wait,
Yeah.
Whitey Bulger?
Maybe he called him Whitey because he's
No, no,
got
no.
white facial
Yeah,
hair and
Whitey
white hair.
Bulger.
Yeah, and he brought up in the beef a few times
Yeah,
too, right? Like,
yeah.
are you mad because I'm like another white rapper or something? You thought
Yeah.
you were gonna be the only one or what? You know, like,
This guy. Whitey Bulger. Sorry.
Whitey Bulger.
Bulger.
He's like an old gangster.
Where do I?
dude.
I was
Okay.
gonna say I recognize that.
He
name.
looks like
Yeah.
that guy, doesn't
But I'm
he?
pretty sure he like just
a little bit.
yeah
We're
died.
getting off
See,
track.
died October
Yeah.
died October 2018. So like I said, I was like, didn't Whitey Ford just die recently? And he's an old guy. But
Okay.
there we go, Whitey Bulger.
There.
Whitey Bulger.
That's it.
You already know what it does.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we throw the spotlight back on you, Goon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some Instagram posts that you made recently.
Okay, I've been making lots of posts lately.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to paint things.
The paint things. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back or refer to the battle axe.
Okay.
Should we go to the very beginning or should we just go from that?
Fuck, how long you got, homie? It's
We
long
got a
ass
lot of
story.
time. Let's take it from the beginning, man. Tell us like how you got involved with battle axe.
Yeah, man.
Well, you
walk
know-
us right through it.
I'll never forget the first time I actually heard Swollen Members.
So I get.
Funny
Wait,
story,
wait.
like,
Just real quick, you say Swole members. How old are you?
I'm 33 now.
Nice. Like you just turned
I had to think
33.
about that shit for a
Like you
minute.
just turned 33.
No, it was
Oh,
last December I turned 33.
No, this
So you're
motherfucker's going on
34 this year.
34.
So you're
Yeah.
85.
Geezer.
You're 85.
Yo, no. Fucking,
No, like 1985.
no, 86.
Me too.
Oh, shit.
Me
Yeah,
three,
yeah.
bro.
Same year, bro.
You're a geezer.
Same year,
True.
bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
86 squad.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
reason I asked that is because like when I think of solo members, I think of like fucking like
Match out.
2000 or like
yeah.
1999
Late 90s,
kind of
early
thing. Like
2000s.
so
Yeah.
like so when you say that, I'm like, hey, wait, is he like?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to see how you're seeing it. Did you grow up with it, or are you
Yeah.
looking back on it,
Oh,
or
yeah.
you know? So I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
So that's where, like, you know, my first experience with battle axe was I was a little scrappy kid, like 13. I was selling pot. I came home one night. I'm looking for something to find on Much Music when Much Music actually played music. you
Like
know?
nonstop.
Yeah.
Remember
Like,
that,
yeah,
guys?
man.
Remember that? You know, so
The good old days.
Lady Venom came on, and I knew right away, like, you know, this is different. There's something different about this. This is gonna change things. I can see that, you know. And going through their library over the next couple years, the first 4 albums, I was hooked. And like a lot of us, us battle axe warriors, we grew to the same ideals, the same beliefs. We had the same, you know, we all grew to the same fucking brotherhood, the same cause. If I saw someone else back in the
So it's a
90s,
biker club.
or the no.
I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking.
But you know, if I saw someone back in the day with a fucking skull battle axe bandana, I just kind of knew, like, all right, I can talk to you about some shit I wouldn't talk to this straight edge guy over here
Yeah.
at the same show about, because I can trust you to not to narc me out. I can trust you to have that same brotherhood, that same unity, share the same ideals, etc., etc.
Yeah.
It's like
Skip ahead 10 years.
It's like a more like organized EST kind of thing.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
always
like
looked
the
at it like a
EST,
street
it's
crew.
like yeah.
Yeah, we're
That's
a
sick
crew.
though. I like that.
And I knew back in the day, I knew like, as a street crew, one day we'll have our own, we'll have our own fucking patches. We'll have our own hats and t-shirts and all that great shit. And, it was all just, we built it up from the fucking nightclubs and alleyways and all that shit. And after 10 years, we went official the first time. And I was a part of that. I was one of the few, Ottawa fucking warriors repping out here. And it was good to meet a few other brothers with patches and shit. I saw it bringing people together. That was great. And after about 4 or 5 years of that, Mad was going through some shit, and he stepped down as leader. We still call him the General, and, it's all love and respect to Mad, but he stepped down. He left it to his friend Rocco.
Okay.
That's where,
Is
in
that
my
the same
opinion, this
Rocco?
all goes sideways.
Oh no, that's Rocky.
This is Rocky.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Rocky Promotions over here. That's my homie.
Okay, just checking.
Rocco took over Battle Axe.
Oh, yeah,
started
that's right,
calling
you-
himself the boss. Now, right away, like, Mad Child, we started calling him the General. When when we went official the first time, when we got our patches, Mad was holding us down.
Yeah.
You would apply online. He would either accept or deny it, right? And you could get your patches or you couldn't. Come try again, in a couple years maybe. You're not what we're looking for right now.
Yeah.
We're not a gang. We're not an MC. We're a fucking crew. And, this is what we... So it was running fine for about 5 years. We had to fix some things, but in my opinion, leaving it to Rocco was like the worst mistake he ever made. That's just my opinion. After 5 years of repping the new Battle Axe Warriors, the one that Rocco was leading,
Yeah.
I see just so many problems, so many issues, so much drama, so much infighting. And, like, there was, like, people...
Say inviting?
Infighting.
Infighting.
Yeah.
Like turmoil.
Like a civil war.
Like this, like
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like Decepticon-esque infighting over patches and positions and shit, and titles and shit. And like Ruckus, you saw this shit too, right? And like it was tearing the fucking family apart. And at one point we lost the original commission, which there was a board of commission, 9 guys who they were stated as being the 9 guys who would help Rocco form the future of the family. So future, code of conduct, handbook, rules, all that shit. The fucking commission would help him come to a decision, right? That ended up being a straight up lie. The whole fucking commission left. 9 guys. It was the boss and 9 guys, and all fucking 9 guys left. He says they kicked him out. I still talk to those guys, even though I wasn't supposed to. People who'd been in the family for 20 fucking years got kicked out and excommunicated, written out of the history books, and then new guys were told, don't listen to Adlib anymore. Don't go to his fucking shows. Don't buy his CDs. And I'm on the phone with Rocco talking about, like, Adlib, you apparently lied to him. You said he could still rep his patches. Oski is still a fucking full patch member repping the family. And you're going against the code of conduct, telling us to fucking not support a brother who's actually still in the family. Even though Adlib got kicked out, Oski wasn't. So, the politics just got out of hand.
Yeah.
And after about fucking a year of this and seeing the writing on the wall, it came to a head when we were told about a month ago there's going to be a patch over soon. And this is how he worded it too. It's a patch over.
Mm-hmm.
And the Battle Axe Warriors, we've been here 20 years. And we're hang-arounds now. We're nothing but hang-arounds now to global. And you got to rep the new global patch. And so, like...
they're trying to take over.
Rocco has taken over.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He hijacked the fucking movement.
Yeah.
Now, I'm on the phone with dude, because at the time, it's still love and respect between me and Rocco. I've been knowing dude 5 years. I've been putting in work. He apparently appreciates and respects that, all that shit. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
All the way to the
All
top.
the way up.
To the left.
Second floor to the left.
all the way up.
Okay.
So,
I got it. Too many beers? When you had too many beers?
These things happen.
Audio podcast.
so I'm trying to get to the bottom of this shit as best as I could,
Mm.
And I'm talking to Rocco, and he starts getting all heated with me when I stand my ground, and I'm telling him, look, there's a lot of brothers right now who are telling me they're not down for this. They're going to resist this. They're going to resign. They're going to go rogue. We're going to lose dozens of people over this decision. Yeah. It's one thing to have a new patch, and it's one thing to have a new option for the crew, but no one wants to see you sell this back patch that we've earned, and we had to spend 6 or 9 months or whatever to earn. We don't want to see that patch be sold to people who don't make any meetings. They don't put in any time. They're not part of the crew. They're just Don't call us fucking hang-arounds. We've been here putting in work and fucking, so he gets all heated with me, tells me it's not an insult to be called a hang-around for one, which that's a joke. After being a full patch and being fucking
No
crewed
doubt,
up and
man.
reaching the rank of division leader, regional division leader, board of commissions. And then, and I started bringing up the old board of commissions too. He didn't like that, gets all heated, starts insulting me, tells me, you guys are looking like fools. I don't know where it's all confusing. And I'm like, yo, Battle Axe Global, I joined Battle Axe Warriors. He's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, what the fuck? That's when he tells me, when you joined my Battle Axe Warriors, you didn't join Mad Child's Battle Axe Warriors. That's when he tells me it has nothing to do with Swollen anymore. It has nothing to do with Mad Child anymore. It has nothing to do with those first 15 years anymore. And I'm getting rid of the skull, because that's Mad's old shit. I'm getting rid of Mad's old imagery. And he's getting rid of the fucking axes and the fucking Viking helm in time, I found out through other division leaders.
Damn.
So it's like a 3-step
Rebrand.
phase out, rebrand.
Yeah.
Eventually there'll be
Just gonna
no
put
crossed
like a
axes.
Nike swoosh on it or something.
It's probably gonna be a big East Van cross. And it's
Yeah.
gonna be like East Van Global, or it'll be like Mafioso Global.
That's too bad,
He's
man.
doing this whole new Mafioso theme to all his gear and shit lately. And yeah, no, like I'm walking around talking on the phone with dudes screaming. We've never argued in 5 years, and it was just all that love and respect was out the window as soon as I didn't want to fucking do what he told me. As soon as I wouldn't be his fucking puppet anymore, all the love and respect was out the window. To the point where when I reached out to Mad and I texted Mad, Rocco fucking hits me up. He's like borderline vaguely threatening me, talking all this mad shit. And that's when I checked out, and that's when I burnt my fucking patch, because that gold patch, it meant nothing to me, and it meant nothing to the fucking gold patches that came before me. The gold patches in power now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, homies. I got mad love and respect for anybody who wants to fly the global flag, but anybody who wants to insult and threaten me and treat me like a fucking tool after all the hard year and fucking work I put in,
That's the thing.
no
like,
dice.
Put in all that work to be a fucking hangaround or whatever,
Yeah, fuck that shit.
It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we switched, and like it's like if a company bought another company and you worked at that first company, and someone bought your company you worked at, and they were like, oh yeah, so you've been here 20 years and you're like a manager. Well, no.
Yeah.
We're hiring you on as like a labor. You know what I mean?
Oh, you
like
don't want to wear that new uniform? Fuck you then.
Like, I mean, when I say that too, I realize that obviously the work thing, that's like completely illegal or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
A little different, but you know what I mean? It's like you've been there and done that, and you have the fucking, like you said, you had the regional and shit and the board of commissions and shit like that. So like for them to just be like, oh yeah, you're like a hangaround. Like in my mind, a hangaround's like, not like you just
do nothing.
Not
yeah,
even
like,
a prospect.
No,
Not
yeah,
even a
exactly.
fucking
Like, yeah, you're
prospect? We're gonna be
exactly. You're like
hangarounds now. And I thought we were getting
entry
away from
level,
the whole
I guess,
biker
is what I'm looking at.
terminology too. We were supposed to be getting away from the using biker terms and using biker speak, and he wants to be politically correct and then act like a telephone tough guy. That's a hypocrite to me. And one thing that's always bugged me is hypocrisy, double standards. I can't do that. And when I made the Instagram and the Facebook post, come to find out, the 100 people that I thought had left over the last year, it turns out it was more like 200.
Damn.
So, we went from like 500 to 200 in about a year, and that's including like all the OGs. People who've been here 20 years putting in work and shit. There's a very few left, and that's where like, it's not the same battle axe, but a lot of us, when we say we're going back to movement, we're keeping Battle Axe Warriors alive. So there's a new Battle Axe Global thing, and that's fine. That's a new branch off from the Warriors. We're going back to movement. We're resisting global. We're going rogue, and we're staying Warriors. I'm going to keep my patches. I burnt the gold patch. I'm going to keep my fucking Warriors patches. I got the old support swollen patch here from back in the fucking 90s.
Shit, yeah,
I've been here. That's my OG patch. Rebel Hippies. Brothers Grimm, I was told to cut these off my jacket. Fuck that. They're still bros. They put in work. They're still Warriors at heart. If you're a fucking warrior at heart, I got love and respect for you. That's what it is. Not the patch on your back. You're a warrior at heart.
See, and that's like
right,
like where I'm going is like I'm still with Global. I'm gonna be heading up a division with Global. I'm still gonna be sticking with Global. There's nothing that Rocco can say or will do to try and put me and Goon against each other. He already knows that me and Goon were friends before all this shit. We didn't come together because of Battle Axe. We came together before Battle Axe.
Right.
Don't get it wrong. I mean, when I first met Goon, like, before I met him, there was a year straight where I was working on the street he lived on, and he walked by me every day for a year straight. And how I fucking knew it was him every time was the patch on his back, believe it or not. But, like, I was working. I couldn't go and approach him and be like, yeah, man, I fucks with Swollen members. I'm from Vancouver.
Yeah, we out here, bro.
I couldn't go do that shit. I couldn't, because I was busy working. And then ironically, it was this shit. This shit. Met him because of this shit.
Yeah.
Can I bum some juice, bro?
That's fucking ironic too. I actually
That's
used to
fucking
make
funny.
juice for Goon.
I used to grab the man's back in the day.
Yeah.
After I got to know him, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once we
I just
started
thought of
hanging out.
I just thought of
But,
it
like-
like smokers. Like, yeah, man, he asked me for a smoke, and could I bum some juice?
But I
bro?
met him
Sorry.
because of this, really, and like then it was like fucking this backsword thing. I was like, I never really jumped into it. I was more like I followed it. Like Swollen members kicked off in the city I was from. Like I remember when they were like underground, and then they just came out, and it was like, oh fuck, like these guys are blowing up. And then shit balance happened. Then they started doing shit with Nelly Furtado and opening for Coldplay and all this crazy shit. And it was
Nellie's
just like,
from Vancouver
whoa.
too, is she not?
Yeah, Nelly's from down there too.
Shout out Nelly Furtado and that body. I mean, I'm talking about like early 2000s body. Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
haven't
you know
seen
what
her
I'm
in
saying,
like-
right?
I
She
haven't
might
seen
still
her in
be
like
fit.
18 years. Like,
Yeah.
But no, like, so, like...
Fingers crossed.
Our fucking friendship, the shit we have going on with Creep Squad, with Grimy Town Entertainment, that forever stays locked in that fucking position. Like, that's what we did as friends, as brothers, as fucking, like... I am still that guy that he can call me and say there's 5 people outside his house and you better
Straight.
fucking hope I'm not going to show up because I'm showing up with a shank and I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's done it before too. I've had people post it up with my crib.
Shout
like
out to
4 or
Shanks.
5 deep, and fucking this guy comes through. Suddenly people don't want to bang heads no more. It's 4-on-2. What, you guys don't want to do nothing no more? You fucking pussies. Fucking Joey Levine, that guy's a pussy. Who else is a pussy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, there
Who else is a pussy?
there was multiple instances.
Name
Like we used to live like when we really got close, and and then he moved into my neighborhood one after I met him and got to know him, and I was
Oh,
like,
Jonathan
shit.
Tully, that guy's a pussy
Yeah,
too.
Jonathan Tully, no Tully, safe. Oh yeah, that kid didn't even want to come out of his fucking apartment for his beating. He wasn't having it. Like I was under the
Oh,
stairs.
shit.
That guy was gonna run down the stairs. I was gonna catch his ankles. He was gonna
Under the
face plant
stairs.
his
Easy,
overs.
easy.
Like
yeah.
Don't tell too
over.
many stories, Rock.
but like that's just like like we've always been those guys. Like he used to live right around the corner. He could just call me and it was 2 seconds there. It doesn't mean that right now like that I can't take my roommate's car and be there in 2 minutes, and like we're that close still, and like so nothing's gonna fucking stop that. Like battle axe aside, like we put that shit aside. Like whatever is going on between global and between movement, like when it comes to me and him, like it goes beyond that, and we're gonna keep doing what the fuck we're doing as we are, and that shit's not affecting us.
And that's one of the reasons I'm glad you came here with me tonight too, just to show fucking, unity in the fact that like somebody who's going back to movement and resisting global and going rogue can still chop it up with and make music with and be bros with someone in global, and I got no problem with that. I know you, and I know you still hold those like original ideals and beliefs fucking close to your heart. Not to get cheesy, but I know you're a fucking warrior at heart. So I got no problem with the fucking patch on your back. I know what you're trying to do with global, and it's not some hypocritical bullshit that Rocco's trying to do. So I ain't got no problem with you, bro. Fucking straight up. That goes for anyone in global, and that goes for anyone on the fucking resistance side too. Fucking straight up. We just fine over here. The water is just fine. Modern day pirates.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
so I just want
Go
to say sorry to anyone watching. We just had a little bit of a glitch on the camera. I just turned it back on, so we're all good.
Uh-oh.
The audio was still there.
Yeah, everything kept running
I
good.
think,
It
I
was
think
just-
someone
As long as y'all heard everything.
got a little like, oh.
Oh,
I just want to say, fuck, I'm gonna roll up some of this.
You're rolling some of that up.
that
Ooh,
shit
that's
smells
Some of that
beautiful.
Forum
cookies.
cut
Okay,
cookies
so fucking
from
earlier
Farrow
when-
Farms.
When fucking
Check
Styles
it out.
came over, he
Danky
was just
dank.
like, "This is crazy weed, right?" I didn't know what to expect till I stuck my nose in the bag. That shit fucking lethal.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You stick your nose in the bag, it's fucking lethal. Like,
Nah, this shit smells amazing.
oh
No
yeah.
joke.
Oh, it's cool, and it comes in this little package. Man, literally, it shows you all the like terpene profiles and shit that it has, like all the percentage of the flavor and shit.
Oh my
What?
Fucking
Detailed.
yeah,
Pass it
Girl
down,
Scout
pass it down,
cookies
bud.
from Farrow Farms. Shit's bomb. So it comes in this bag, and then it's like sealed. You rip it open, and then inside is like a vacuum sealed little like clear bag.
Okay.
Oh,
Sick.
shit's bomb. I'll pass it down one sec
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Pick out some little nuggets to smoke.
See, like, that's the thing. Like,
Oh,
Creep Squad's got some fucking shit we're about to fucking do. And the thing is like, lately,
Mm.
we haven't been.
you guys are big dabbers, eh?
Oh, yeah,
Fuck
big
yeah.
time. Like, on our podcast,
smells
especially.
beautiful.
Like, if you come to our podcast, just expect to be
Oh,
wrecked.
I'll bring this.
okay? Yeah. Bring
it
dabs,
up.
because expect to get wrapped. Like this guy
That's
loves
heaven, boys.
small planets, large planets. Sometimes he even dabs into
Yeah, he handed this to
universes,
me
and that's
earlier.
when he has like a terp roll up. Like, oh yeah, this guy's fucked.
Yeah,
Like,
when we
I
started
thought I was
smoking on the fucking podcast,
actually
it
gonna-
evolved, right? From like hero dabs to small planets, medium, large planets, and now we've just gotten
I like the
ridiculous.
planet gauge.
We'll just clear a gram of shatter in a fucking
Yeah.
sitting. and
Oh,
it's just
man,
gone,
yeah.
and then you're just
That's
like, what
that's the
fuck
thing is
happened?
me and my buddy got to that point too. Like I mean, like we'd sit down and like smoke big dabs and like tonight we're gonna get fucked up, right? But like we'd sit there and be like, oh yeah, just doing like pretty normal dabs or whatever. Well, to us normal, I guess. And we'd sit there and be like, fuck, that gram's gone. Pull out another one. Smoking like fuck man, we smoked a gram and a half sitting here like whoops, like we'd be there for a few hours and shit, but still I'm like, oh fuck.
But you're so violently high after.
Oh
it's
man,
fucking
yeah.
weird, right?
Man,
Violently
seriously,
high.
I call it being drunk off THC.
Yeah,
Because like man, I've had
it
times.
just lasts forever.
I've had times, man. Like one time, I remember my buddy. So I'm in Renfrew, and my buddy's friend from Kingston came, and he brought all this glass and shit. And he had an e-nail, so it's like always hot, and he had all these different kinds of shatter, right?
Okay.
So he's like, here, try this. Here, oh, try this bong with this shatter, and like, oh, try this. And my buddy's sitting across the table giving me ninja dabs. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
throwing them in. So I'm sitting there just smoking, fucking like whatever, just dab after dab. So then I'm sitting in buddy's kitchen, I'm like coughing and shit, and I like leaned over by the wall, and I like slithered down the wall, and I was crouched down like coughing. I'm like, oh man, I gotta piss. And I got up and walked down the hallway to go take a piss, and I was walking into the washroom, and I just sort of like blinked, and I was at home laying on the couch in the morning, like the
Oh,
next
you
morning,
blacked
and I
out.
was like, whoa, what the fuck, man?
Shit.
I was like, shit, man. And so I was like, man, how did I get home? I went outside and looked, and my car was there. I'm like, oh fuck, like what the fuck? And then that's all I did was we smoked some weed and the shatter and shit. What the fuck happened? Like, what's going on, man? So I was like, man, it's like I was drunk, bro. Like, so I always say drunk off THC. I mean, that's also too like, I mean, if you do like a little dab here and there, it's not the same thing. But if you like do a bunch of it, like we were smoking like fucking, like I said, he's like, try this one. He had fucking, I think he had 4 or 5 bongs on the table, and it was like over 10 grand worth of bongs.
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
I have a $1,350 scaling.
Oh yeah.
And
Wow.
it's lost a foot, so it's probably worth about half now.
Yeah, that's the one you gave me the hot fucking distillate dab
Yeah,
on.
yeah. It looks like a little fucking monster.
Man.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
dab pick goes over your finger.
Yeah,
there's a
my buddy
carve on-
had one of
Yeah,
those,
Man,
yeah.
I fucking love that
Or his
shit.
girlfriend has it, I guess.
Oh, dude.
See, the most expensive bong I ever bought, it was a little dab rig. It's called a micro rig. It's like this big, a little beaker, and it's like kind of bent at the top. And then it's got like kind of
That
like a
shit's
squish mouthpiece.
Hmm.
It's like a 10 mil fucking female joint on it, but it's all clear except for on the bottom. There's or like in the middle and the bottom, there's a circle of the Illuminati green, and then there's a little opal on it, and it's got like a dollar bill. And in the background, it looks like space. It's like black and fun. Anyways,
Damn.
I think it cost me $350 with like the dab pick and the fucking carb cap. But yeah, that was the most expensive one I ever bought, and like just especially for the size of it, it's like I paid fucking $350 for that, man. But it's cool. I like it.
Oh yeah, the glass. It gets to a point where it's like a form of art.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Fucking right. Like I remember, I forget how much it was, but I remember there was a bond that Wiz Khalifa bought, and everyone, like not everyone, but some of my friends were making a big deal, being like, "What would you ever do with that?" Like I don't know, I can't remember how much it was, but you know what it would be, right? Like
I'd smoke out of it.
Yeah, and I was like, well, yeah. I'm like, thing is, I'm like, I wouldn't leave it on my fucking table and be like, oh,
Right.
let's all hang out and party around this bong. Like it would like stay in like a fucking display in my room or something,
Yeah.
whatever, and I would pull it out and be like, it's my birthday, let's all do a dab out of it, or let's all fucking smoke a bong out of it, and go and put it away after we all, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You would
just
treat
to
it
be
nice,
like, cool,
but-
yeah, and like, I mean, mostly so you could put it up somewhere and be like, Don't fucking go in there. Like locked and shit. Yeah, it's goon proof.
Sorry, Goon, but I kind of like your flavor better.
Yo, you leave
Oh,
my juice
that's what
alone,
she
motherfucker.
said.
That's fucked up, Styles.
I'll trade you all my juice for all yours. I got more.
That's also what she said.
No.
Goddamn. I like
I'll trade you some of my mango shit for this if you want. Not
Some
my
what?
not the blueberry shit
some
though.
mango.
I got some mango shit at home. I'll trade you.
Manjo.
I'm down with mango over
Yeah,
this.
there you go. Bring that shit over
Cannolis.
Sunday,
MANGO.
or I'll come through tomorrow. We'll play some Warriors.
Yeah, we'll
some
play
fucking
some
heads.
Warriors. So recently, me and
Oh man, that
my
game's-
wife
that
fucking
game's
bought the
fun. Like,
Warriors
actual,
game. Yeah,
like,
yeah, the
movie game?
PS2 game.
Fucking
yeah.
right, yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
She bought it on her PS4.
Shout out Farrell Farms.
Shout out Farrell Farms.
Thank you.
But she
Shout
bought
out
it on
Warriors,
her PS4.
CDG.
Yeah,
Because
man,
she
that's
knew it was the
sick
type
stuff.
of game that like me and Goon could sit and chill and play to, right? And like
Straight.
we were sitting through this trials and tribulations shit, right? And like this is kind of like, as much as I wasn't fucking repping the patch back in the day, like when me and Goon met, we knew we were both warriors at heart. It's kind of like this game was like a big reflection on what Mad Child fucking formed it on, and so like the game is like so much better than the movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
you get so much more than the game. You
Yeah.
get like a whole movie before the movie, and
Yeah.
it's fucking great. So like I just got him into it the other day, and
Yeah,
like he
I remember
already
playing
likes it.
through that with my homie back in the day.
Fucking
Yeah.
sick.
You know, you
Like,
get a
I
lot of
remember,
Warriors.
like, there's like a little hub area you can run around, right? The
Yeah.
little club area. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I remember, man.
Yeah.
That shit's
Yeah.
awesome. That was a solid
Sick.
game.
right.
Fucking
Sick.
right.
You
The
know,
movie's sick too.
That's
You get a
smooth.
lot of guys in the family who say like, "Oh,
Delicious.
Warriors is just a movie. Warriors is just a movie," and all that shit. You know, but
I could
honestly,
see how that had like a cult
Yo,
following.
we
you know?
we found out over like 10 years that like, yeah, no, it actually played a lot into
Man,
the formation
okay,
of this
like-
group.
Man, my
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
little-
Look
Matt
at-
was a
look
big
at-
fan.
My little brother used to
Yeah.
pick movies and watch them for fucking years, and that was one of them. Man,
Yep.
he would watch that fucking movie all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And just real quick, I know I cut you off,
Right
but but just real quick, did you ever see the fucking Dipset video where they remade like the Warrior? Well, they didn't remake it. It was just like a music video,
No.
but it was like Dipset, come out and play,
Oh,
and then they
shit,
were
eh?
like rapping in the bathroom and shit, and there was like the guys with the roller.
I remember fight music from D12. They did a
music.
pretty
Oh,
good
yeah.
job.
Solid.
They did a pretty
Um,
good job of like trying to recreate
Sorry, I
it.
totally cut you guys off.
But no,
there.
Matt-
Mad's,
okay.
Mad's fucking Warriors tattoo on his forearm.
Yeah.
You notice that's the same font that's on their patches in that movie.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he let it slip over the years. Over 10 years of music, you can hear the references to the fucking movie.
Yeah,
him
yeah.
referring to himself as Cyrus, all that good shit. You know, it
I love the
definitely played
chick,
a
the
role.
radio chick. She's always like,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the
Fuck.
game, she's fucking great because every time you beat a mission, she mentions it on the radio in some fucking
Nice,
smug way,
nice.
right? And she's just like, "Oh yeah, the Warriors beat the shit out of the Destroyers," and like, "Oh yeah, like, oh yeah," you're just
Man,
like,
yeah.
yes, that was us. We did that shit.
We did that.
We beat their faces, and it was great, huh, Goon?
That's kind of like some Grand Theft Auto shit when you just fucking waste someone's
Who
head
was
in
the
Grand Theft Auto
fucking-
and they talk about it on the radio.
Cyrus was like the dude at the start when he had
He
all
was
the
the
people
leader of the
together. Yeah.
Riffs that brought
Like the black guy?
the big meeting together. Yeah.
And well, who? But that was that Lawrence Fishburne?
No.
No.
No, or
No.
somebody.
It was a different kind of similar. Like,
okay,
older
but he was
actor.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a
Um,
1970s movie. Remind
Yeah,
me.
79.
Yeah,
For sure.
true.
79.
Like I said, my brother fucking latched on to it, watched it forever, but he also did that with the Lion King. But no, different
Don't you
ages.
dare compare Warriors to Lion King.
That's fucked up.
Motherfucker.
Shit, he did that with fucking Up in Smoke too.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
Classic.
Okay,
Chunk.
you've redeemed your brother.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Like I said, different ages.
Yeah.
I don't know if your brother's gonna be watching this, but if he did, he almost lost you there for a second.
Yeah.
Like-
Fuck, Goon and Ruckus just show up at your house. Shit, this is actually his sticker. Well, it's not. Yeah, whatever. He works for the local 47. It's actually
Oh,
like.
you're a roofer.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a flat roofer.
You're right up my alley.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah. That's like whenever we were doing the video and shit, you and fucking Ricochet were standing there fucking talking about roofing and shit.
Oh,
Oh,
we
we
set
did
the
it again.
alarm.
I was
Oh,
gonna say this
fire
earlier
number
that we did that on 420.
We're the type of motherfuckers that
We haven't done it since. We haven't done it since then,
then,
though, yo.
You might as
And
well
we
pop
were
the battery
fucking-
right out of that bitch.
I gotta make it home with that shit, asshole.
Yeah.
I know you hate your juice.
I'll top you up.
Okay, sure, go for it.
I don't give a fuck.
You fucking.
I'll top you up. I got juice. I'll even give you this much juice.
You
Yeah.
hate your fucking juice so much, don't you?
I do.
What flavor's your juice?
It's trash.
Mine is
Yes,
cannoli.
trash.
Big cream.
No, it's cannoli. Don't let the bottle fool you.
It's
Don't
big
let the
crap.
bottle.
Take those things away from them.
Should not let children have play in your house. We may have
That's
children.
great, though.
We are big
Yeah, it's
children.
hazy as fuck
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
This is my office half the time.
Yeah.
I tell you, I have half the smoke detectors like popped out 90% of the time. Then when I go to bed, I pop them all back in.
Yeah.
But that's the parent paranoia right there. Like,
Fuck, man, I was upstairs in my room, fucking, and like I didn't have any Q-tips in my room, so my banger got all fucked up, and so there was like always still like shit in it. So I'd heat it up for the next dab, and it'd be like smoking off of it.
Oh yeah.
And so I heat it up, whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fucking, and fucking smoke detector goes off. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. So I go shut it off, and while I'm doing this, like before this, I went and turned on the stove and fucking ran upstairs and was like, yeah, hit a dab and shit, right? And no, sorry, I put in the food and ran upstairs and hit a dab. So anyways, fucking, and I sat there for a bit and rolled a joint and shit. Anyways, I fucking go downstairs and I'm sitting there and the fucking downstairs one goes off because of the stove and shit. And my brother comes down, he's like, yeah, he's like, I don't think you set this one off. I'm like, fuck, man, fuck.
this shit is pretty good.
Oh,
That sounds real
boom.
I'm telling you, this reminds me
gas.
of our own podcast. You show up and you just get debilitated.
Yeah.
Like right away. Like,
I
Fuck.
approve.
Your eyes are two pistols in the snow, fuck.
oh yeah. It's like you guys are right up our corrupt alley. Like I said when I came on before.
We got
like,
the creep squad approval.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah. You
That's
guys like we're gonna
Stamp.
definitely do a collaboration where it's like our three. And
Got any
your
comments?
three.
That'd
Looking
be
forward
sweet,
to it,
man,
yeah.
We should
'Cause-
do that.
I don't care if we have to go fucking
Comments?
smash something in a park.
We
Like
got,
we gotta do a smash them up with.
Goon
these
is
guys
my
or
best
something.
friend for life. Rock Lavoy.
Much
Oh yeah,
love,
that's
Rocky.
Rocky promo.
I make you a giant dab. Ha 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 ha.
Nice,
Yeah,
Garen.
this French fucker
Yeah, this
loves
is-
giant dabs.
Oh
This
my
is the
god.
guy-
Pop the battery
two
out, bro, I'm
times.
telling you. You might as well.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Rocky's the guy who brought us from hero dabs to small planets. That was actually Rocky who forced that evolution, that stage of the evolution anyway. Much love
okay.
and respect to Rocky Promotions as always.
Oh
He
yeah.
Fucking
can,
right. He sounds like
that's
a guy I want to meet, man.
That's
no, you
it.
do.
No,
anyone
you
that
do.
Really, like when it comes to music, when you guys are putting out music, you want someone that's gonna
Where-
promo your shit. You want Rocky Promotion. This
Yeah.
motherfucker
Yeah.
works his ass off. Speaking of which, I'm gonna be helping out with that as well. I'm gonna be wearing yet another hat. I'm
Yeah.
throwing on a lot of hats too lately, just like my homie said. Throwing on a lot of
It's
hats.
good, man. You got to stay
It's,
busy, man.
that's
Idle hands in the devil's
Winter's
play toy
coming.
and
Winter's
shit,
coming.
whatever.
Look at it this way. And like
Winter's
winter,
coming.
my work the hours get slower, and
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that has to occupy his time. I was a victim of identity theft lately, so like
Mm.
literally all I have is ruckus right now for the next 6 months. So like that's where
Yo,
I'm at. I'm
man.
working for cash and I'm being ruckus.
I had the cops pull me over, and the cop didn't think that I was me
Oh, that happened to me.
because I
but,
gave him my
yeah.
fucking license and fucking in my picture it was like my old picture, so I got my new license, and so you have 5 years, right? So I got my new license, and a couple months later I cut my hair, I had dreadlocks, and so and I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but I was just like, hey, now that I think about it, I'm gonna have this picture for the fuck 5 years, man.
Yeah.
So anyways, it was just this summer, man. I think I already told the story on the podcast, but yeah, man, the cop pulled me over. I was actually speeding and texting. Yeah, he's like, yeah, whatever. I saw you doing this and that, whatever. Yeah, okay. Looks at my ID and he's like, okay. He's like, can you get out of the car? Or no, he goes, is there any weed in the car? So yeah, it's in the trunk. So he's like, yeah, show me the weed. Get out and I show him whatever. It was like, not like fucking rolling around with a bunch of weed or anything. So it was legal, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, cool, whatever. Close the trunk. Yep. At first he goes, what's that? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like a styrofoam thing that you put all your stuff in, like an organizer thing.
Right.
And like, I don't know. He goes, this is your car, and you know, like, and I didn't know this, but whenever I tell the story, I realize that he's like working his way up to, did you steal this car, and are you this person? You know what I mean? So he's like, oh, what's that? I'm like, I don't know. Oh, it's your car. You don't know what it is. I'm like, I just bought it. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the story right down. He's like looking at my ID. He goes, So he's like, "Is this your ID?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can you take off your sunglasses and your hat and do that, whatever." Yeah. He's like, "You have another piece of ID." So now I pull out my health card, which I just recently got. So now and also whenever I had the hair and shit, I was like a little bit chubbier. Or no, sorry, I was skinnier. Sorry. So now I like skinny, no facial hair. Now I'm like chubby facial hair, no fucking dreadlocks, right? So I show him the health card and he goes, "This is two different people." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like, no, that's fucking me, man. Like, look, I'm like same name and everything. And I was like, "Oh, I guess if I stole someone's wallet, I would fucking have all the shit with the same name, right?" I'm like, fuck, man, fuck. So then he goes to the car and he comes back. He goes, "Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna charge you. See you later."
You're lucky.
I'm like, "Cool, right on." But then I get down the road and he's fucking behind me with his lights on. I'm like, "What?" So fucking he pulls me over again. He goes, "Man," he's like, "I'm still not convinced that it's you." Like, what? He goes, "Have you ever had your license like stolen from you or anything?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Okay, man." He's like, "We got a problem." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, Can you get out of the car, whatever?" And he's trying to like hint that like I've had my license stolen. He's like, "You sure you didn't have your license stolen, whatever?" I'm like, "No, man, like nothing, whatever." There's a case sitting in the car. So I go to the car. He goes to his car, Ben, and he comes back, and he's like, "Okay, he's like, yeah, man." He's like, "I'm not convinced it's you, whatever, blah blah blah." Like, you gotta like convince me, basically, right? I'm like, all I have is like my wallet that has all the same stuff in it, right? Like, I don't know what to do. Anyway, so then I end up showing him Facebook. He's like, "Hey, yeah, we'll look on my phone or whatever," right? To go to his phone, and I think I think he thought that I like wanted to get my phone or I had some, because I kept being like, "Just let me get my phone. I'll show you." You know what I mean? I'll show you. And he's like, "Oh, do it on my phone." So he looks it up, but you can't see you can just see my profile picture. And now in that profile picture, I have like fucking short hair. It's a different profile, or basically like different kind of
Right.
like style, right? So then he looks at that and he goes, "Now this is like a different person, like another
The
different
third
person." You know,
guy.
I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" And it's the same name, right? So I'm like, "Yeah, like look, like name and everything, whatever." He's like, "No, not convinced, whatever." And he can't get into the profile, right? So I'm like, "Just let me get my phone. Just let me get my phone. Just let me get my
Yeah.
phone." So finally, he's like, "Yeah, okay, get it, whatever." But he's like pretty much convinced that there's no way I can convince him that I'm me. I open it up, man. I signed into that profile and it popped up. I had a memory from that day. And it was basically, if you took all the pictures and put them together, it was like me, chubby, with a beard, dreadlocks, and it was a memory from that day, like years and
Nice.
years before. So it's like, "Look," and I show it to him, and he takes the phone and he's holding my ID. And he just puts the phone on the ID and he's like, "I'm convinced. There you go." And like, you know how like you get pulled over by the cops and they're like, "All right, have a good day," you know, and they walk away.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm convinced." He gives it to me. I like patted the door. I'm like, "All right, have a good day." And then I walked away like I was the cop pulling him over. But yeah, man, so
You got
fucking
lucky.
yeah, man. So like I was like, man, I'm like, I'm gonna, and I was coming down for this, I think. So I was like, man, I'm like, am I going to like jail? Like, is he gonna bring me, not to jail, but is he gonna bring me and hold me to find out that I am who I say I am? Like, what the fuck, man?
Are you
But-
gonna do it, Rick? Are
Are
you
you
gonna do it?
He's gonna do
Are
it.
you gonna do it?
Okay,
I
so
know
this
this
just
story.
happened to me,
You
man.
guys don't know this story.
This just fucking happened to me.
Well, as I was
okay?
telling that story, I feel like I might have told you guys that story at the
Like-
video shoot, but
This just happened
after,
to me.
because we
Video
chatted,
shoot,
we cut it up for a while.
Like not too long after the video, remember I had like a couple shows coming up. I was going to Kingston and then
Yeah,
I was doing
yeah.
this next show. Well, when I did the next show in Gatineau, on the way home, like before going home, we were deciding who's gonna drive the car home, who's gonna drive, right? Now I didn't drink, but I'll be honest, I did speed that night. I was fucked up. Like I was like, fuck, man. Okay, you know what? I'll
Probably
do
should've
it,
said
right?
that
I
part,
didn't
right.
have my IDs with me. My IDs aren't all straight and centered. They haven't been sending me my fucking shit back, even though I fucking renewed everything. They didn't send it to me, and I was wondering why. But fuck it, I know I'm in the database. Fuck it, I'll drive. So I'm driving. I'm doing about 5-10 over, and I get pulled over right as I get off the parkway. I'm like, fuck. Okay, whatever. Like, I'll just tell them, like, I don't have my shit. I'm in the database. So I did that. And then they're like, we can't
My buddy
find you right
remembers
now.
his numbers, so that whenever they pull him over and he doesn't have his license, he goes, "Look
Ooh.
up
You should have got that fucking number
Fuck
tatted
yeah,
on
I
you.
should've.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
But no,
Next time.
they pulled me over and they kept saying like we can't find you in the database. I'm like, well, you should be able to find me in the database. I've got like a red light camera fine that I paid recently.
That I paid. I paid it.
I paid it. Right? I'm like for fuck's sakes, like I should be in the database from years ago, from when I got into my accident with my fucking Honda Accord that had illegal parts and they pulled the black box. Like, for fuck's sakes, why aren't you finding me? And I'm like, okay, listen. Everything to my entire life is at my house. Just follow me to my house. They're like, okay. Get to my house and there's 8 cruisers. I shit you not.
What?
8 RCMP cruisers.
Wait,
And I'm
oh my
like-
god, yo, bro! I was gonna ask you about this. My buddy who lives right next door was like, yo, I think your buddy, because it was right after, right? Yeah, it all clicks now, okay? Because he said RCMP cruisers, and I was like,
I know we're getting the
I was
fucking
like,
whole
bro.
story
I was
here.
like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What buddy? And then I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he goes, man, the guy who lives in the building next door.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's
So
crazy.
Sorry.
This got way
Fuck.
crazy, okay? This is
Yeah.
just right now, this part of the story
Shout out
seems
Jimbo
soft,
Slice.
okay? So then next thing you know, like they get me there, my wife goes and finds everything she can find on me. My homie Knuckles, Matt, he finding everything he can find on me in
Knuckles.
boxes. My shit's still not all unpacked, you know? We just moved in recently. I'm like, fuck, you know, like find everything. They come out, they bring everything they can, and they're still like, no, we're not convinced that you're you. And I gave them my government name, all my ID, everything. No, you're not you. And I'm like, what the
So,
fuck's
like-
going on, right? So they arrest me right
So
there.
like,
Like,
no
basically the
way.
same thing, but you didn't have your ID.
I did, but when I
Oh.
got home, we found everything that we could give
but
them,
you know what
right,
I
to
mean? Like-
identify me. And like, I have a past YO record, you know? They should have been able to find me in their criminal database as well, right? So like this all seemed fucked to me, and I'm like, what the hell? My wife's fucking walking away. She looks like she's gonna cry. I'm like, fuck sakes, what's going on here? You know? They throw me in the cruiser. They bring me down to the station, and they're telling me they're like, oh yeah, you have the right to a lawyer. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to a fucking lawyer for sure. Like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, listen, I don't know what I'm talking to a lawyer, and like I'm realizing that the lawyer sounds like a cop. And I'm like, okay, like this isn't a lawyer, and I just give up on the lawyer. I'm like, listen, like whatever, fine, have a good night. And I walk out. They're like, how'd everything go with the lawyer? I'm like, yeah, whatever. You guys know, you know, like you guys are fucking with me. I see phone books on their desk. I'm pretty sure that like if they get the information they're looking for, like false information they're looking for, they're about to beat the fuck out of me, man. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
Not to
Here we
mention,
go.
Not to
Like,
mention.
No, they were just trying to find the police station phone number so they could call that and be like, here, this is your lawyer.
And they
just
throw
tell
me
them
in
what
the cell,
happened.
and, like, I'm
Yeah.
freaking out in the cell, and I'm telling them like, take my fucking prints. Come on, like take my prints. You'll see I'm not in your fucking database because I haven't had anything since YO. And YO, they're not allowed to take your fucking prints. I'm like, come on, come get it. Like let's go. And they wouldn't. They let me sweat for a bit, and they were telling me like, yeah, you're going to Kingston. You know, you realize you're facing time.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to see your family for a while. You may want to give them a call. And I'm like, I'm getting pissed off now. Like
Right, man.
I'm fucking beat red. I'm fucking throwing this fucking stupid foam mattress around the cell. I'm fucking throwing wet wads of toilet
At
paper.
least you
at
got
the
a
wall.
foam
I'm pissed
mattress,
off,
man.
you know? I'm like, what the fuck's going on in here?
That'd be
And then, like,
fucking wild.
They finally take me.
Oh,
They do the
man.
prints. I'm just looking at the cop. I'm like, you realize you guys are gonna find out you fucked up, right? Like you realize that, right? And he's like, oh, I highly doubt it. I'm like, okay. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna shut the fuck up now. I don't know what I'm talking about because that's what you guys are fucking telling me all night. You know what? Fine. You guys are gonna throw me away? Throw me away and fucking lock me up and throw away the key. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what?
Yeah.
You guys are all pricks. And I just kind of lost my mind. And remember, I was high as fuck on speed.
Oh, shit.
Don't
yeah, that's
forget,
right.
I'm high as fuck on speed. Like, so I'm freaking the fuck out. And like now I'm in the cell for like a couple hours beating this fucking mattress up like a
Yeah.
punching bag, and I'm freaking out, and I'm like, yeah, these guys are about to take my life away. Somebody's trying to out me. And then like finally they don't come and open the door. I just hear ka-choosh, and the door automatically opens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, you can come out now. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, since when do cops do that? Usually they come and
Man.
fucking cuff you up right away. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I walk out and they're like, no, you can put all your stuff back on. I'm like, putting all my shit back on. I'm so confused at this point, like emotionally fucked up. Okay, let me
No
tell you, I
doubt,
just went
bro.
from
That'd
like
be
I want to kill
ridiculous.
someone to like now I'm just sad. Like you just fucked up everything. You just asked all my friends if I'm really who I am. My wife, even like if she was anyone else, she would have been out the fucking door. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, right? Like,
Now I'm
like,
questioning it.
Now I'm wondering what the fuck's going on. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I was starting to believe their shit, and now I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then they turn a picture towards me of like my fucking like high school growing up best friend, and they're like, do you know this guy? I'm like, I was so shocked, it just gave it away right away. And I'm like, of course I do. What the fuck do you mean? And they're like, well, yeah, like he served time as you on some really crazy charges. I'm not gonna throw those out there on the air.
Yo,
but like,
that's like
some crazy shit that would
Joey
put me
Diaz
away for
did that.
years, okay? And like,
and he went and did the time.
I'm like,
Joey.
what the
Yeah,
fuck is
man, for
going
real.
on, And they're like, well, listen, his prints are what were in the computer, so we ran your prints, and your prints came up as a negative. So we ran his prints, and we found him in the database as him. So I'm like, oh my god, thank god he was that fucking stupid that he fucked up and did shit on both of our names with his prints. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Fucking thank you.
Otherwise,
That
you'd be
they
doing
would have
time
locked
for
me
him
up
right now.
and threw away
Yeah.
the key, and I'd be in there right now. My family would be fucking distraught, and I would have been fucked. Like, I
Shit.
dodged the biggest silver bullet that I could have dodged with this, but at the same time, for the next 6 months, I can't have any of my identification back. I can't have my driver's license, my health card, even anything. Like, they've
Why?
basically ghosted me because it takes 6 months for them to reprocess all the paperwork to take that shit off my record.
What
now
I
that
want
it's
to
on it.
know,
That's
what I
fucked
want to
up.
know
Man.
is why did you feel the need to say you dodged a silver bullet? Are you a fucking werewolf?
I was
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I think
So-
you're just retarded and you spoke too fast and you had to throw the fucking silver bullet out there because you got werewolf shit on your mind.
I think you're retarded. And you
Oh, that's
look
another word we
retarded.
can't say in 2019.
Oh,
yeah.
I
No,
was just
no,
gonna
no.
say that.
You're
Yeah, I was
mentally
gonna try and
disabled?
make a joke about it, but
Okay, you're mentally disabled.
You're a retarded faggot.
yo, man, my cousin's retarded. It's not nice, man.
That's
Sorry
why I
to hear
said
that.
mentally
Nah,
disabled.
I'm just joking.
That's like when I met
Um,
my wife. I told her I was Jewish, and I freaked out at her Jew joke. She's loved me ever since. It worked.
Oh shit.
Ruckus had to say Jew joke and just kill the whole energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Just went fucking silent instantly. Good job, Ruckus. Good job,
They're
asshole.
the most powerful group on the planet.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Don't fuck around, man.
Yeah. Oh shit. Nah, yeah,
Straight.
whatever.
All this corrupt shit we do, they can shut us down real quick.
yeah, they
yeah.
can.
Just a click of
They
a
have the
button.
money to do it.
I'm just gonna blur out your
Yeah,
faces.
we're gonna just fucking blow you up. Fuck you.
Tonight we have guy number 1 and guy number 2.
Just shitty voiceovers replace all the live broadcasts suddenly. Yeah. Oh god.
Oh shit.
A conspiracy theory that lasts like dozens of years is fucking spawned that day. Whatever happened to Goon and Ruckus? They just disappeared, but we think there was something to do with this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It all started that when they went over on the podcast.
Goddamn, Ruckus had to go run his mouth about Jew jokes.
I'm sorry.
What
It
happened?
fucking happens.
Fucking
sometimes. Everyone's a little bit racist sometimes, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
fuck.
it's just, it
Um,
happens. Oh, fuck.
I love race.
Okay.
All races.
Okay.
Drag racing.
Damn right.
Beer.
Formula
good,
O.
If
I'm-
my wife is watching this,
cutting
she's
myself
gonna
off.
hate me when I get home.
No, it's all good. That's what they're there for.
You guys know Black Ivy? Anyone?
Not too sure.
I should
Shout out
know
Black Ivy.
that. I recognize the name.
I noticed we had 6 people watching at one point there.
Yeah, stage name, gangsta. Black
What up,
Ivy.
fam?
We're at 4 now, which has been our average.
People are
Shout
watching.
out everyone
People are
tuning
watching.
in this
People
whole
want to see this
episode.
shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I just want to fucking
Appreciate
say real
everyone.
quick
Yeah, what's up over
on
there,
Kiss
Stas?
FM, Amy Volume. She does a show. Really bad. I don't know what it's called, but she does a show, Amy Volume.
Yeah.
And actually Pat, again, 420 episode. He always used to talk about her posts on Twitter. He's a big like Twitter guy. But no, so she's doing a thing for the Mission downtown. It's the turkey drop. It's already over. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Wednesday and Thursday. So you just drop off 20-pound turkey, whatever, blah blah blah. So I went down and did that, and she gave me a tour of the studio and stuff like that. But no, I think it's really cool. They're aiming for like 90 turkeys or something like that, and it's like there's like, I'm pretty sure she gave me like exact numbers, but I know that she said some thousands of meals need to be like prepared for it, and it's really cool because like a lot of people bring like their kids and stuff too, because like there's, I shouldn't say it's cool, but like she was saying that like you see that, right, and you don't realize like, holy shit, right.
There's a lot of people.
There's a
that
lot of
need
people
that.
too, and even in the same sense too, that sometimes there's the people that are like on the street, right, but they have a like kid or whatever, right, or they're like estranged or whatever, and they go down and do that for that or whatever, you know what I mean? So you're like providing shit like for that, and I'm pretty sure it's like $3 or $4 for a meal. So like even they were saying too, like money donations. Not that they were taking that at the radio station, but if you go down to the mission and give money or whatever, that it's only a few dollars a meal. So when you know what I mean, like you could pay for a couple meals like right quick. And when I say that, I'm not like promoting it or telling you like go do it or like whatever, but I don't know, man. I saw it and I just thought like my mom's side of the family, like my one uncle, he's got like a hunting cabin and stuff like that in the back property. Like I live like kind of in the bush area, whatever, and so he's got this cabin and stuff, and it used to be just like this little fucking thing, like the room, the size of this room here. And but now they have like a huge log cabin, and like there's always so much food. There's usually like 50 whatever more people, and that's like because of this. My mom's family's like really big. Like there's like 3-4 generations there at the party, and like so many people. But so my point is like when I was listening to it, I was thinking of all that, and I'm like, yo, like I get like, you know what I mean? Like, most people leave there with fucking leftovers and shit. You know what I mean? Like they have a huge meal. There's all people there, and there's like activities and shit for the kids, and this like because it's actually that big, right? And so I'm like, man, I get to go and do this every year, and like I'm like almost, you know what I mean? Take it for granted. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, we're going to do that thing. Like, fuck yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But like then I think of like when I hear this on the radio and shit, right? I'm like, man, that's. Like, there's actually people that are like sleep outside and shit, and like,
oh yeah,
roll up in there just to like eat, and try and get that Thanksgiving vibe, or like even say on Christmas and shit too. Like,
yeah, man, for sure.
So it definitely helps. I mean, if you can help and shit, whatever.
Go donate, y'all.
Especially with a turkey too, because it's not like
not
you're
too
feeding
late.
multiple people with a turkey.
I don't want to say any.
Yeah, man,
exactly.
for
And,
sure.
and,
It's a
and
big bird,
I don't want to
man.
say
You're
any
not just paying
specific
for a meal,
foundations,
but
but
you're
they take money from you when
feeding
you
their
donate
family.
money. Like it's not all going to where they say like
no,
for $1 a day you
exactly.
could feed this kid in Africa, and it's like they take 90 cents and the kid gets 10. Like
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a whole different story.
Like so with the turkeys and shit, right? It's like here's food that's gonna get eaten, and like you said, that's a fucking turkey's quite a few meals,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
exactly.
for sure.
You can feed a whole family on a turkey plus. Like you have your family and your nieces and nephews and everybody over for a turkey. You need to remember that, right? So you can feed a good family of 10 on a turkey.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's your full. You have seconds.
How many you donated?
so-
What? Five?
Yeah,
Tur-
5 20-pound turkeys.
On behalf of the
That's
4G
good
Audio
shit.
Podcast.
Yeah, from
Amazing.
4G. Yeah, I
See,
gave her
we,
a sticker and shit.
This
We're-
guy's
we're
over here
big
like,
on
I'm
that
not
shit.
gonna tell you what to do. I'm not telling you to do it. Fuck that. I will fucking tell you. Go support a good fucking cause, you miserable fuckheads. In
We
a
do
civilized society like we have now, when everyone's got Netflix and everything, there shouldn't be fucking families that don't have a fucking.
Oh, we take so
meal
much
in
shit
their
for
stomach.
granted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You know, fuck a roof
Absolutely.
over their head, some clean, dry clothes. That shouldn't be happening in fucking a civilized society like we have. So
Like
Do your part. Do your
we've
fucking
gone
part.
out there like as a group, and
That's
we've gone
right,
out there
man.
and handed out sandwiches and warm blankets and all that stuff.
Yeah,
in the winter time,
man.
just as like a these people are stuck out there, and you need to realize that. Like I come from that background. I've been there. I've fucking witnessed it. I've been through
Man.
it. It's not pretty. Imagine sleeping in a fucking stairwell because that's the only warm place you can find. Like that's a dark place. These people need help. And you know what? Like, there's better ways to do it than just giving them change when you walk by.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Well
they're,
said.
they're gonna spend that on
and-
what they want, and they're in a dark place. Sometimes they need drugs to fucking to heal. You know, sometimes they need that shit to fucking feel like they can even cope. and you know, you can commit to that, or you can commit to them having a fucking meal in their stomach, and you can commit to them being warm. So it's two different vibes, right? Like, I appreciated that shit when it came around when I was in that position, and I know they do too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and like, and another thing too is like whenever I say this too, even myself at one point, like people think that, oh, they did it themselves. Or like, this was all choices that led you to this point, right? Or it's a choice to just all of a sudden be like, I don't want to live on the street anymore. Let's get a job and like change. You know what I mean? But like, even like, so when I say that, like I said, I have thought like that before too. But it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's just
It's a vicious
unfortunate
cycle.
fortunate events, and then once you're
Yeah.
there, yeah, it's a vicious cycle because let's say you do get a job, fucking hell, you have the guy trying to get a job and shit like that.
But you don't
You're
have
like
anywhere to
sleeping
stay.
on the fucking street and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
so
where you
how
gonna
the heck
shower
are
and
you
go to
gonna-
fucking
yeah.
even if you're like
Yeah.
say
How you
working at
gonna hold a
McDonald's,
job?
like how you gonna fucking get a shower before you go in there and shit, right?
It's
And
a
like,
lot harder to get out of that hole than some people lead on.
yeah, and then another thing too is I used to think too, like, oh yeah, like, say in that sense, okay, yeah, well then go to the shelter and shit, right? But like I've heard fucking multiple times like over the years and shit that they're like sleeping on top of each other and shit, right? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I've never heard that, but I just mean that everywhere's full and shit, right? So a lot of these people that are sleeping on the street is because of that, you know, or they've been kicked out so many times, right? But anyway, so when I say all that, I just mean like, yeah, so like it's not, you know, it's not as easy as you think, and like you can't just whatever. So I mean, I like to like try and, you know, help out, and like, you know, like you said, I am kind of like, hey, I gave that guy some money, like we're good, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
like, but to whenever I did that, like even I told her about the like my family and shit like that, and also whenever I say that too, like not just my mom's side, my dad's side's very like, you know, I get treated really well there and shit, right too. So I told her that, you know, and I talked about all that, and like just I guess what I'm saying is it's different than here's $5 to the guy standing on the street,
Yeah.
and then like here's like meals and shit, right?
For
Especially
sure.
Right.
turkey, like it's different.
Oh,
Drop off
man.
10 bags of fucking potatoes. You're like, yeah, cool, thanks. We needed potatoes, but that's like what, $10, or like, or you know what I mean? But like the
Yeah.
turkeys are the big items, or like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
So just
exactly.
either way, whenever I like just doing it, and like also too, like I didn't want to bring it up and be like, we did it, you know. But when you do it, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah, cool. It wasn't just here's $5 to the dude on the corner and he went and got whatever, right?
Got a
Yeah.
couple beers. Got
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
You know,
Even if it's a coffee, it's still just a coffee. That money could go a lot further than what you have access to
Yeah,
downtown,
yeah.
or et cetera, et cetera. And to touch on what you were saying earlier
Please,
too,
yeah.
yeah, we're all just a few fucked up life decisions from being
Oh,
homeless.
yeah,
It
man.
could happen
Oh,
to
yeah.
it could happen to the best of us.
Oh, you
know?
spend one
Absolutely.
paycheck the wrong way and you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
For
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
And that's just the way it goes. I
Yeah.
mean, like some people wind up in that position. So like, you know, holidays come around, reach out and help these people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and then like that's just it too. Is I didn't want to bring like a downer on all this, but
No,
I just
man,
you know
it's
I
all
just
for
wanted
a
to say
great
like if you
cause.
can like
No, it's
do
on
it,
some
man.
positive shit.
And
Yeah,
it's
man, for
like
sure.
it's yeah, because there's people out there that need it. You know what I mean? And like even if they are like even if you think that you're better than them or that they're like making different, you know what I mean? Even if you think it's easy for them to just turn around and do whatever, still, man, like they need help though, bro. Like you know what I mean? It's so no matter how you think about them or how you've judged them, they still need it, man. Like
Yeah.
Well, no,
they
that's
need
just
that.
it. You can't judge a book by its cover. Like I've met all kinds of different people on the streets. Like I
True.
met people that used to be college professors that lost their jobs
True, man.
and went downhill. You know, like
I
you,
met a
you-
dude in jail like that.
war vets and stuff too. Like it's just, you know, this shit happens. Some people just get fucked over in life, like, and they
Yeah,
come
man.
from
Yeah,
a
man.
fucking high place a lot of the time too. You can't tell because yeah, they're dirty, they look fucked up, but you know what? That person before would have walked by you, you wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, and they just man, yeah, fucking and misery loves company too, right?
Yeah,
So you
man.
get in one of those bad situations, like you're saying, man, like 1-2 life decisions away from fucking up,
Oh,
and
jeez.
now you fucked up, and then you find, you know what I mean? You find poor company and shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, either way, fucking shout out if you can fucking do it.
Yeah,
whatever.
man,
And that's where, you know,
absolutely.
when people are down and out like
I'm not
that
telling you
too,
to.
you'd be amazed sometimes. Like when we do sandwich runs,
Yeah, that's
and shit
cool,
like
man.
that.
That's cool too because you're actually doing it straight up.
Homie
Like,
Ricky mentioned
Yep.
the sandwiches
And
actually.
we take pictures with them and everything.
Yeah,
You
man,
would be
yeah.
amazed
Sandwiches.
sometimes just at the fucking response you get from giving someone a blanket and a sandwich. And suddenly, you know,
Pair
you
of
meet this guy
socks,
who
some
used to be a
gloves,
jazz
you know?
singer,
Yeah,
and you
man.
start chopping it up with him, and he used to live here, and he used to be a jazz singer, and you know, you can tell that you just kind
Creep
of
Squad hoodies and
restored,
shit. No.
you restored some
You should,
faith
though.
in
This shit
humanity. You know, like
That's-
fucking. That's a big deal to me. That's a
Oh
big deal.
fuck yeah, man, yeah, and especially that's the thing is like when you like you said, restoring the faith in humanity. You know, like I like seeing that shit. You know what I mean? When you like see something like that, and you're like, yeah. You pull up to the drive-thru at Tim Hortons. This is a very small example, but you pull up to the drive-thru at Tim Hortons and like, oh, the dude ahead of you paid for your fucking shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, like shit, thanks, bro. And like
Yeah.
sometimes I've pulled up there and been like, yeah, I have like a fucking $15 or $16 order. Like I ordered like lunch, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the guy ahead of you like paid, and I'm like, oh shit, you know,
What,
like what
Tim
the
Hortons?
fuck, like yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, just something like that. It's like, oh, that guy actually behind or in front of me thought, I say guy, but that person in front of me, whatever, actually was like, let's
Don't
put a
assume
smile on this
genders.
guy's face or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, so I mean, like I said, that's a very small example for like restoring your faith in humanity or whatever. But
yeah.
I just like seeing that shit, you know, like, and especially too, you're talking about the like sandwiches and all that shit, and I forget who the fuck it is, but there's fuck, it might be Drake, but anyways, somebody made, oh no, sorry, he played a Drake video through the song, or through the video, but there was this guy, and so he gets sponsor money for his videos, like budgets and shit. So he
Yeah.
took his whole budget, which was like I think 50 grand or something like that, or I don't know, I might even be making that up. Sorry, the internet. But he took all his money and he went and bought a bunch of shit, and he went and gave it out to bums and shit. Well, sorry, bums, to the homeless and stuff, right? And like that, like instead of him going, and it wasn't a like, I don't have all the information. I don't think it was like a music video. I think it was just he's like he's like a comedian or whatever. But anyways, yeah, he went out and bought a bunch of shit and just gave it out. And he said, "What I'm gonna do is fucking just take all the money and fucking give it out," you know. And like that, I saw that. I was like, "That's fucking cool." He's like rolling up, fucking giving people like.
Drake did do that for a music video.
Okay,
didn't
then
he?
maybe
He was
that's
walking
okay.
around.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
maybe
Video.
then maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of. Then
I
yeah.
remember that video. I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
But yeah, like even like that shit, like that's so cool. I saw a guy actually. This is a little bit. I'm now like kind of like going all over the place, but I saw this video where this guy, he's sleeping on a bench, like a homeless guy sleeping on the bench, and the guy making the video rolls up and gives him like he like puts it under his pillow or something, or puts it under him like a 50 or something like that, and so the guy, they like have cameras on him, shit, right? So the guy wakes up eventually, he's like, oh, what the fuck, cool, yeah. He goes to the Target around the corner and he buys like a sweater, pillows, a blanket, whatever. And he goes down to the street and he's sitting on the bench. And now the guy who dropped off the money was like rolls up and he's sitting on the bench, and then he like pretends to get a phone call and he's getting up and he's like walking around and he's taking the phone call and he's like pretending to be all like upset and stuff, whatever. And he's like, oh fuck. So he sits down. The guy's like, oh, like what's wrong? And he's like, oh, he's like, I just found out that my daughter's sick or whatever. Like, I can't remember how he said it, but whatever. Just basically like she needed some medicine and he didn't have the money for the medicine. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, like how much is the medicine or whatever? He's like, oh, like it's like $46 or like whatever. I'm making some of the numbers and shit up. I can't remember for sure. But he's like, oh, it's like this much or whatever. And the guy's like, okay, yeah. He's like, can you watch my bag? And so the bum like leaves his like, or the homeless guy leaves his like backpack or whatever there. He's like, can you watch my bag?
Shit.
And he fucking goes down the street and returns the fucking shit and gives the guy the money. And the guy's like, man, he's like, what the fuck, you know? Because he was kind of like, I guess, setting him up in a way.
Yeah.
But he was like, man, that's insane. Whatever. He's like, talks to him, you know? He basically is still acting like the part and stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the end, he's like, what if I gave you some money? And he pulls out money and he pulls out $500 and goes, here, man, fucking whatever. And explained to him like it was a video and shit.
Well, that's
And,
good
like-
because it would have been kind of a dick move otherwise if he got
Yeah.
dude to like buy a hoodie. You got a hoodie for like 10 minutes, and I con you into giving my money back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for being in my video,
Well-
guy. Peace out. You
Well,
know, that would have been a dick
but that's the
move.
thing is he was kind of like setting him up in a way, or not even setting him up, but seeing like how he would like
Yeah.
react to the
It's
scenario.
like a social experiment.
And the reason why I say all that is that like, and again too, I also get that he might be like the 1% of the people or whatever, right? He maybe they're not many. There's far and few between. But point is like that guy has clearly not much, and he got that fucking money. He got what he needed, and you could tell like he went and got what he needed right away, and it was shit that keep him warm and stuff, right? So like clearly he needed that shit, and that money really fucking helped him. And to turn around and go, I'm gonna go return it and give Buddy his money. You know what I mean?
Sick
and
little
like
girl
and
priorities.
So like point is like when you fucking do that, like let's say we went and fucking dropped off the turkeys and shit, right? Let's say one of those dudes that fucking is there eating the turkey, I'm downtown or like whatever, you know what I mean? In some scenario, and like we don't realize, but this guy that ate the turkey that we gave him fucking saved us in some way, like not because he knows we gave him turkey, but just in, you know what I'm saying though, is like
It all comes full circle.
yeah, exactly, right? So like like what if fucking, you know, you like, yeah, you know what I'm getting at.
So
I was just about to elaborate further, but you know what I mean.
I
Like
have a
it's
very like less impactful but similar story.
yeah,
That was the one where you had Matt opening for him.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
So
yeah.
on the way to this show, right?
Beautiful Death Machine
Mad
was just
Child?
coming out.
I'm in a great mood. I got a whole bunch of joints on me. I got my smokes. I'm good, you know. And I see this guy.
of
He's
joints.
passed out in a fucking. He's passed out in like a Scotia Bank lobby. You know, it's like the only spot he can like just
good for him.
post up or whatever. And I'm like, man, I look at the guy and he's got 3 cigarette butts next to him. One's got like 4 drags on it. The next 2 got like 3 drags on it, right? I'm like, yo, this guy's hurting though. That sucks, you know? And I stop and I'm like, fuck. I don't care. He's passed out, you know? And I pull out like 4 smokes. I leave him there next to his fucking butts. I'm like, whatever. He probably won't want those anymore. And I pull out like 3 joints. And I put the 3 joints next to dude, right? And I feel good about myself. I'm like, hopefully, you know, that guy wakes up and no one jacked him for his shit laying next to him. You know, and he has a good night. And I'm telling a story to my nephew the next day. He's like, yeah, hopefully a fucking cop didn't get called on this guy passed out in the lobby and then he's got drugs you fucking left there. And he's lying to a cop now. Like, no, I just passed out. No cop ever believe him that he just passed out. You know what I mean? I might have fucked that guy over, legit. I was trying to help.
And like in the States, they have that. Some states have the like 3 strikes rule.
Yeah.
Like, you just go to jail forever. That was like Buddy's strike. Like,
Yeah.
oh, man, no.
Totally fucking.
I was trying to
Fuck.
do some good, man. I was trying to restore some faith in humanity. I got this guy locked up.
Isn't that what they say?
We don't live in
The
the
road to
States,
hell
huh?
is paved with good
Yeah.
intentions.
Yeah. Oh shit, man. Some fucked up shit.
I like to think that guy woke up and just got high as fuck and had a good night. You know?
Yeah. We're gonna go with that.
We're just gonna go with
It makes
that
me
one.
feel
Hell
better.
yeah, Rocky. We are gonna bring more sandwiches this year.
Yeah,
we are.
Just
Yeah,
say,
Of my loyal fucking homie, without any hesitation, all I had to say to him was, "Yo, Slav, sandwich in the box, Holmes." And he quickly grabbed one of the last 4 sandwiches, slapped it in dude's box. His fucking guitar. It was in a plastic bag, so it didn't fuck his shit up or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the dude was confused as fuck, you know. And so was the whole group, right? Because everyone just kind of
Oh,
looks
yeah.
at Slav, and because they didn't hear me, so they're like, "Yo, why the fuck would you throw a sandwich in his box, Slav? Goon told me to." I love you, Slav.
It was like,
No homo,
oh yeah,
buddy.
so you did it, so because Goon did it, right? He told you to do it, right? So you did it. So if Goon jumps off a bridge, you're gonna jump off a bridge, right,
Yeah.
Slav? Yeah, you're gonna jump off that bridge, you motherfucker.
No, I think that analogy is even better because I wouldn't even have to jump off the bridge. It's like,
He
do it,
was-
Slav, off the bridge,
He
bro.
was one of the guys that got
true,
killed,
Slav, you
eh?
gotta jump. Huh?
He was one of the guys that got killed
Yeah, he was the other
Yeah.
fellow that got killed. Yeah.
in the video.
In the video, Slav
Yo.
is still alive. His
Yo.
band, Dead Odyssey, they'll be performing at my release party. He's alive.
I got a question for you. So, do you know Soul Physical?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, so he was on last 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Shout out to Physical.
So,
Oh, yeah.
do you remember I made that post after the fucking after the video? The next day I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I had a dream that fucking
Yeah.
that I helped fucking you guys kill those
Yeah.
other dudes."
Yeah.
You know, anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Slav and J
Um,
Havoc. Yeah.
So then, so we had Soul Physical on, and he was talking about, we're talking about something, anyways, and he's like, "Yeah, man, fuck, he's like, I had a dream, fucking whatever, something about a dream." I don't know, I forget how it went down, but basically he was like saying the same thing because we were
Yeah.
talking about that. I'm pretty sure. and he was kind of saying the same thing, and I was like, what? I just turned and looked at him. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, what? And then I was just like, wait, like, and he's like, yeah, like he knew, right? So he was like fucking with me, waiting to see if I'd catch on. And I was like, I was actually at first I was convinced that he was like pretending that he knew.
Yeah.
Like it just worked out that he, you know. But then I was like, no, he actually
Play
fucking
along
like.
with it.
No,
Play
yeah,
along,
like
yeah.
Soul Physical is Ricochet's brother.
Answer.
Okay.
I
I just came up with that. I just came up with that question today. I was asked
They
them. I'm like,
both
wait a sec.
are under Groundworks Records. Also, Soul Physical once again.
Shout out Soul Physical Groundwork.
They did the headline show last weekend, I believe it was. I'm
Yes.
fucked up on days, but
Yes.
I opened at that party and like
27th.
the man, like
I believe.
those guys just show me so much love, man. Like I
Yeah,
love
they're-
those guys.
Eight.
Like Soul Physical, man. That guy will fucking make you laugh. I tell you that.
Man, we
yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
of a time,
Yeah,
man. We
we
had,
did.
and we had never met him or heard or like, yeah, we didn't even hear him. It was because of
Some
Jesse,
serious last minute shit.
Jesse-
Jesse
Musso,
Mozu.
or
Oh,
whatever.
Bourbon
yeah.
on the beat. Yeah.
So he had hit us up and said he wanted to fucking. We already have like.
yeah, he wanted to
we
come
have,
on.
We have like weeks ahead, months,
Right.
whatever.
Of course.
So, but he had asked us if he could come on to promote the show. So we said, yeah, last minute, yeah, you come on. But then, like, right at the last second, he was like, oh, can't come, whatever. And then Soul Physical fucking took over and was like, hey, come in.
Yeah.
And so, like, we had, like, just heard about him through, like, Jesse and shit, right? So we're like,
Yeah.
who's this fucking guy, right? And he showed up, and right away, man, he came over. He's like, hey, like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And he's like, yeah, you guys, you know, he's like, and then sitting down here, he's like, yeah, man. He's
I
got,
did
I like
think
these
it-
guys and shit, but no, we had a fuck of a time, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good
No,
dudes.
like,
They're good dudes.
They're good dudes, man. Like
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, like
That Anka
like I was
dude's
saying, like
nuts,
me,
man.
Anka.
Yeah.
Okay, Anka. Like he's got a voice to him, man. He's got a really
Yeah.
good voice. Karma, man. That's the guy that like that shit. That shit's not written, man. I'm telling you, he's not. He doesn't write that shit. That
He just
that
says shit.
motherfucker just comes in the booth and fucking kills it
No
apparently.
way.
And
Yeah.
like
That explains the one song mistakes, kind of. Because
Yeah.
at first he just says a little speech, kind of, and then he's
yeah.
like,
And then he just comes in and kills it. Like the motherfucker does not write that shit. Soul Physical will vouch that he doesn't. Karma does not write his shit. He just comes in the booth and slays it with no writtens, no nothing. He just comes in and fucking
That's,
freestyles that shit. And like on that, I gotta give that some respect. I tried to
Fucking
freestyle
right,
my
man.
first battle and I got smushed by a woman. So put that into perspective, man. But like fucking Payman, November. You getting smushed, man.
Me and
Yeah,
Knuckles
yeah.
kind of didn't help
Smushed.
with that.
Y'all didn't help. Motherfuckers grabbed my phone making me gay on Facebook did not help, but that's okay.
We basically gave
Yeah.
this bitch a round on Ruckus because we were clowning him for fucking months and she used that to her advantage.
And it was 2-1,
yeah.
and it was 2-1, and like if
I
she
felt
didn't,
kinda
if she
bad.
didn't have that in the pocket and fucking slay me with that one, that would have been good. But like that's the one that got the laughs. Whereas like I made her out to be a dairy cow in that round. I could have had that round, and you know like it was close, but I didn't write. I freestyled that battle, and I'm writing this battle, and I'm telling you, it's fucking. I'm gonna fucking eat motherfuckers' food. I hope you coming well, Payman. I hope you coming correct. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you what punchlines is about.
fucking right, you tell him, man.
Hell yeah.
Scream in his face, Ruckus.
Goon gonna be there. Goon gonna be there like my fucking Ricky in the corner. He gonna be throwing water
Ricky
at
in
me
the
like.
corner.
He gonna be like,
Get in there, Rocky!
you call him a cunt, Ruckus. You call him a cunt.
Call him a cunt and fustigate him, Ruckus! Fustigate him with the cunt bombs, Ruckus!
Fustigate him.
Fustigate him with the cunt bombs.
With the
Ruckus.
cunt bombs, yeah.
Oh yeah, like, and the thing is like, some people would have voted that last battle differently, you know. Like I know some people feel like they were watching a different battle, and that's okay. I take that L humbly. You know what?
Humbly?
Like it was a woman. I wasn't ready for that shit. I freestyle. They couldn't write on her. She was ghost on her profiles. Not much there. Nothing to find. Just a complete fucking ghost.
She did
like I
that to
said
fuck
when I
with
was
you,
here.
man. She
And
told
then,
me
like,
that.
The moment I got to know her, no, that's ironic. The moment I got to know her and I friended her and everything popped up, and I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's all
know,
you.
Like, wow, like you got me good. And she was like, she was the makeup artist at the video shoot.
Yeah.
And you know what? She even to this day is like, yeah, I know I got you good. Like there was no way you were beating me. I'm like, yeah, I know. She knew.
It was an
we had
inside
mutual
job.
Friends, mutual
Yeah.
friends would not give me info. They gave her info.
Yeah.
Like she just, she had it in the bag, and like I had to hand it to her on that one. Like I went in there confident still, like on a freestyle shit. But like this time, I'm fucking writing payment. I'm gonna eat your motherfucking food. You better be ready. Man, you think Malcolm smushed you? He wrote that shit a week before he battled you. I'm gonna fucking eat your
Malcolm.
food.
Yeah. Shout out.
So I know we had talked about it briefly, but did you end up sending us any music?
No.
No,
I
it's
got,
fair. No, it's
I got a
fair,
whole
man. No,
new
I get it.
set.
No, I see how it is.
No,
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Sorry.
Y'all are gonna get the
Let's
first
hear it,
witness
let's hear
of
it,
the
though.
whole
I got
new
a whole
set,
new
most
set.
likely at the
Okay,
Shit
okay.
Disturber EP, or if he Goon books another show before then, it'll be before that. But like
Word.
Goon's been working on a fucking new set. Like
Nice.
he did a new
and
set.
we got a new set too.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
come check out Creep Squad's new set, opening for Crazy Town November 2nd. Goon's brand new set. This guy's got some fucking.
We're having fun with
Dope.
the music
Yeah.
again. You know what? Since Beyond left, you know what? Like we don't feel pressured anymore. We're more so like we're taking it at the speed we want to take it. And if we want to fucking bust out some solo shit and fucking wow some minds and then come back to Creep Squad shit, that's what we're gonna do. And we're not gonna be pressured by some fucking squeaky voice weaselly fuck in order to fucking focus our only focus on that. Like to be straight, like he left on some fuck shit right from the beginning. And the way that fucking ended was like he wanted full control of what we were doing. And you know what? The shit's more fun and it's more live the way we're doing it now. And you know what? I'm glad he fucking left. I wiped my ass with your LA Kings hat.
Whoa! Shots
the way.
fired.
Press that button.
By the way,
Damn.
the Beyond Meat Burger has been discontinued from fucking fast food services. You know
yeah,
why?
You're no good for people's
You know
digestive
why?
systems,
Because
bud.
it's just like the real Beyond. It's poison for your fucking system. Don't let it get anywhere near you. It's trash. It's garbage. It's hot fucking garbage fire on fucking wheels. Captain fucking Clown Show over here.
We're sorry, guys. If you guys want to have Beyond on here, go ahead. But I'm telling you,
No, never.
he's
heard
gonna
of
sit
him.
there. He's gonna sit there and talk a bunch of shit about us, and it's okay. He can talk his shit because you know what? We experienced that for the past fucking 7 months, and
Let's
all
see
I
if
got
he
to say
hits
to
us
that
up.
is I wiped my ass with your LA Kings hat, motherfucker. Yeah, that shit coming. Stay tuned.
Oh shit! Shots fired. You already know what
Straight.
it is.
Yeah.
Go write some more
Fuck.
depressing sing-songy bullshit. Call
Go rip
yourself
off
a
the
rapper.
band that we're opening for, fuckface. Oh yeah, you already did that.
Damn, I thought I was gonna rant. The homie Ruckus fucking goes.
Yeah, shit, man. Love you guys' energy, man. Energy. Not much.
Hell yeah.
I'll give Beyond that. Okay, he had some energy. It didn't fit our energy.
No, it feels good to be back. I mean, this guy just shot a new video. I'm shooting a new video this month.
Is
I'm gonna
there?
be releasing a second video after that. I like to edit my own music videos sometimes. I cut up old movies and shit, right? So
Yeah.
this guy's got one coming. I got two coming. Not to mention, I just shot a fucking
there a
little
release date?
comedy series.
Pokemon Goon.
Is there quick? Is there a release date on your video? Not yet.
There's no final date, but he's like over fucking 3/4 through it right now. He's
Okay,
like
yeah,
over
yeah.
2/3 through it right now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just meshing in a couple more things. Everything's looking clean. You got to see the sneak peek.
Coming
like, it's
soon.
looking good.
However,
It'll be out before the release party. The release party, everybody in this room is gonna be there. So like, come check that fucking shit out.
Hell yeah.
I literally made sure to book this night, fucking live music through and through. You're gonna get a couple smoke breaks, so have your joints pre-rolled and get ready for this shit, cause this
Gang,
shit's gonna
gang.
be fucking wild. Everybody's causing shit that night.
So, however, back to the Pokemon Goon thing. I totally interrupted you with that, but were we able to get that working
No.
or what? We didn't.
I can
we-
so it works. So the file that he sent, like it works when I play it through my phone, but when I try to like pull it up on my computer here to get it planned out on the screen, for what, like the Google
Yeah.
Drive.
yeah,
doesn't
okay.
read.
All right.
So,
the
like,
audio
I can pull
fans,
it-
Y'all don't know.
No,
what
So,
legit,
shit's
well-
I can pull it up on my phone and we can put the phone up.
You know what
into the-
though? How about this? Watch on fucking Sunday the Creep
Yep,
Squad
that's right.
podcast.
At Creep Squad 613, 5 p.m. Sunday, motherfuckers.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I heard that they might be actually airing more than just the first episode, possibly.
That is true.
That
That
is
is
true.
true.
So, and I think there's a sneak peek of that video we were talking about
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Ruckus and
yeah.
Ricochet.
Ooh, I didn't even know about that shit.
Oh, I heard something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Um,
plug it into OBS. I don't know if
but-
I have room for like the podcast
So, I
in
mean-
between the cunt wars and the wild wacky action bike to fit your music video promo shit. I don't know if I have time for that.
What do you mean? Your Wild Wacky
And-
Action Bike and your Cunt Wars all got cut off by Pokemon Goon. Okay,
Yeah,
you
so
got your thing.
I'm gonna try to do this. I'm sorry to interrupt here. So
Yeah, okay.
I do
Yeah,
have that video,
and-
and I can play it on my phone. But so I'm gonna try to.
Either
make
way,
this
they
work.
can catch the next 3
All right,
episodes
sneak
after
peek.
this.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
sneak peek.
Oh, yeah, the sound, too, is there. That's right.
All right, guys, get ready.
So, Goon, what are we doing tonight?
I'm going on a fucking Pokemon adventure set, bro.
Yeah.
Pokemon adventure? What the hell for?
Well, because
I wanna be the saltiest.
that's just the intro, motherfuckers. Lots more corruption coming for you, motherfuckers. Straight up.
Just
Grimy
episode
town.
1.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Uh,
so I was like, as soon as we went in the basement earlier, I was like, so was that the first episode or was that just the intro? And I was like, I didn't want to text him that and come off rude. Like, that's all you got? Like, that's all you gave me, bro? But I like the idea of all of them being like simple like that,
Well,
and it's
because,
all like
like-
like it all goes together, literally like scene for scene.
Right.
Kind
So
of
we like
thing. I
have this idea, like, because we do this message from our sponsors
Jonesy?
thing recently for
I'm
the
good, man,
past
thanks.
few podcasts. Since the 50th episode, we've been kind
Oh,
of
sorry.
we've been popping off. Well, Goon's been popping off. Zed should have never given him technology, but anyways,
Yeah.
like we're trying to make that work to our benefit now.
Who connected him to the
by
internet?
like bringing him to our side and making it a positive thing. So he's got Pokemon Goon, and he's just kind of like he's gonna pop off with that. Instead of message to our sponsors, you're gonna start seeing shit like this. You're gonna start seeing Pokemon Goon, and like don't let that fool you. That may be like the first episode. There's more. They're stacked up. They're in the vault. They're ready to go. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna see some fucking interesting shit with this.
I got tips. I got rants.
Right.
I got dragons.
I'm going off on my own little side spiel too, and like you know, like over the
Say what
years
you
we've
gotta
joked
say,
about fucking spin-offs of the Creep Squad podcast, right? Goon's been like, "Fuck you, Ruckus! I'm gonna do a Goon spin-off. Fuck
Every time
this,
you're late.
that, or you can just fuck off." And this is my podcast, and I'm
It's
like,
like
"Well,
me.
Ruckus is gonna
Always
have
late.
his own spin-off." Well, now we both have our own spin-offs that are gonna be injected into the fucking Creep Squad podcast
Hell yeah.
as
Yeah.
like parts. And like his is Pokemon Goon. Mine's gonna be How to Be a Shit Disturber. It's gonna be a pranks episode where I'm gonna prank people. I'm gonna have shit like
I
us. Like when he features, we're gonna be shooting people with frozen Timbits. I'm gonna be instead of oh yeah,
Yes.
when instead of fucking pantsing people, I'm gonna
That's
be
a
giving
good
people
idea.
wedgies. All these motherfuckers nowadays are wearing their pants too low and shit. I'm gonna be giving
Aw,
them
man.
wedgies, shit like that. I'm gonna hide in the fucking boot with Nutella, and I'm gonna fucking put that shit on motherfuckers' hand that don't have toilet paper. Yeah, I'm gonna be abrasive. Yeah, I'm a shit disturber, and yeah, that's the way this is gonna be done. I'm gonna teach you how to do it, and that's
So
how this is
this
gonna
guy-
go.
So this guy tells me he's got one of these like air pressure guns that shoots foam balls, right? My
Oh,
girl
yeah.
bought me the same one.
Two.
They're awesome. Yeah, so he's got two. I got two foam balls. They're great. To be honest, Listen, hear me out. Hear me out.
They're like Nerf guns.
I'm
They're
an
great.
overgrown man child. I admit it.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
what you're
capable
saying,
of
man.
great heights of maturity and also being a fucking overgrown 12-year-old. Listen. So this guy tells me, yo, the foam balls are like the same size as Timbits. I'm gonna shoot Timbits out of mine. I'm like, bro, listen. You know Timbits are gonna break in there. You're gonna have just a messed up gun full of fucking donut chunks. Hear me out.
Soak them.
Sometimes when I only eat like 6 out of 10 Timbits, you
I
know
saw
what
you
I do?
feeding your cat Timbits the other day. Fucking yeah. Fucking
Sometimes,
right.
other times I
You're
put them in
feeding
the
cat
freezer.
Timbits.
You
I
know
saw
why I
it.
put them in the freezer? So I can
Get
whip
'em
them with this
ready.
guy when he comes over to my house.
He never gets me. He
and
misses.
I passively aggressively
Yeah.
just
Well,
whip
I'm
frozen
that
Timbits
asshole.
at him.
I'm that asshole that shows up with a powdered jelly-filled one and fucking explodes it on his crotch like an asshole. Yeah, that's how you be a shit
I only
disturber.
got one good eye. I'll hit you one of these days. Don't worry about it.
okay.
Listen.
Until then, your
Listen.
aim is shit.
but the frozen Timbits in the air presser gun, that's the winning combo.
Yep.
That's where we come together, and we're better together than we are fucking solo. No.
And we're gonna try and get the camera footage, like where it's looking like 007, mind you, for that shit. Like we want
Like some
third
first person? Yeah.
Yeah. We want first person
Cool.
fucking view. Like we want to be right in there. Like
00.
this is us fucking like going to shoot randoms in public.
007.
Like it's gonna be good, you know. So like, there's Pokemon Goon. There's How to Be a Shit Disturber, and we're basically taking it that way with the podcast. Don't worry, we're still gonna have messages
Anybody
from our
smoke
sponsors if Goon has anything to
good.
do
I'm
with
good,
it.
man.
Smoke that
Yeah,
weed up.
good.
Zed, listen, Zed, I'm gonna find you the original
Jericho
wave files
Sudden
for
song.
fucking
I'm
GoldenEye
joking.
64. So you got those
Zed.
original wave files. I'm gonna have that on deck for you. I'm gonna take one of those hats. So, you know,
Zed, I'm
Gotcha.
gonna bring an idea to you,
Oh.
and we gotta do it. The thing is, I don't have a specific idea in mind right now.
What?
But
You definitely
I-
made it seem. Like
I
you
know.
did.
That's why.
I
That's
know,
why I had
I'm-
to clarify because I didn't want anyone to get like all excited. But
Guys,
too late.
but I just always think of these ideas. I'm like, oh, I don't really have someone that would like follow me around with the camera or like, you know what I mean?
The best promo you can get in Ottawa right now is Mr. Zed.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about promo, not
And
like
I will-
Rocky promo. I'm talking, you want a video promo.
And I will
a show you're
reciprocate.
doing. You
Not
wanna
with
do an
sexual
idea-
favors.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. I don't
Just
know-
to make that clear.
Remember, he is dead.
Only once.
His parts are falling off. You don't want to do that. They get lodged in throat choking hazard. Yeah, don't do that.
He just commented too many hats.
Too many hats.
Yeah, true. I
Our
feel that.
friend
I get
Mr.
that,
Zed
man.
does wear
No, you
too
want
many
some good
hats.
graphic design though, like all jokes aside, some
True.
good graphic design, some good fucking video production. Mr.
I'm
Zed's the
having
guy
trouble
to go for.
making fucking business guys.
That's such good. news.
I was thinking about that
Vistaprint
today.
is like
Weird.
so easy to do. You just like put all the shit on it, but it's
Right.
like I look through like hundreds of fucking cards, and I'm like, well, look, I'll pick one and be like, okay, yeah, and then it's like, oh, like this is where your graphic is going, is where like you see this, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like you have to
Yeah.
put it where they have it, and like you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, I'm like, it's hard for me to be like, I want it here, and like I want this, you know, with it being. Anyway, sorry,
It's
that's-
customizable, right? Though, right? There's
Well,
something you
and
can
it
do
is.
on-
It's just that I'm like, do it.
You gotta find out one out
I'm
of
on the site,
100
it's not
options that
working.
doesn't have some stupid trim to it or some stupid little
Yeah.
box.
See, I
it
was thinking about
confines
just
you
going to
to.
Staples and being like, because you can like fucking.
Yeah, that's the difference
follow
between
the
getting like a
fucking-
Hey, guys.
preset thing on something like that or getting an actual designer.
You
to,
know,
like,
it'd be a
make
cool
something.
episode for you guys to do in the future. Get a Mr. Zed episode up. In
Oh,
here.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
I was
You know
thinking
what?
of that earlier.
Absolutely.
Looking at this, you got Ruckus.
You're
you
more
got
than
Goon,
welcome.
You got Creep Squad. You need a Mr. Zed.
Mr.
Right
Zed?
here.
There.
Let us
Right
know.
there.
Yeah.
This spot is reserved
Comment.
for Mr. Zed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We should almost maybe
Yeah,
tape it off.
Yeah,
Tape
just
it off.
Stick a sticker there for now, and then peel it off after. One that you don't care about. I know y'all got love for Aaron Cohen. He did a great interview with y'all.
Yeah, shit. Thanks, man. Well, I guess that was more a compliment for him, but
Still thank
but no, he's
Well,
He's
y'all
actually
caught him
sick,
on the
man.
fly too. you
yeah,
know.
man. And I was just saying, I got my hair cut. Actually, shout out the Cheshire Cat, the shampoo room, fucking Jasmine, fucking everybody. But no, I was getting my hair cut, and I brought up whatever we were just talking about.
That's some good weed.
Yeah.
Some good weed.
What were we talking about?
That's
Oh,
some
well,
good
man.
weed. Fuck,
Whatever.
man.
You're
Anyways,
talking about
y'all
interviewing Aaron
fucking-
Cohen for a second.
Oh, Aaron Cohen,
Yeah,
that's
Aaron
right. I
Cohen.
had mentioned to her Aaron Cohen. She's like, oh, yeah, no, I never heard of him. And I was like, I expected that, whatever. So I kind of explained like who he was and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah,
Tell
well,
me this
we
tastes
we
better
caught
than
him whenever
yours
he's on
when I
tour with
close
Jaron
this
Benton.
door.
She's like, oh, Jaron Benton. And I was like, actually, he's like
Oh,
either
yeah, so
on
turn
tour
out
or
mine
going
and
on
your
tour with Chris Webby and Jaron Benton. She's like, oh, cool, yeah, right on.
He's better
And
than yours.
and then I sent her some of the
Weird.
fucking
Still gonna
Jaron
trade it.
Benton, Aaron Cohen songs because there's like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, he's doing big
Fuck
things
yeah.
now.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but no, yeah, no. So
He's opening for
it
Chris
was
Webby.
it was cool to have
Mhm.
him
Oh,
have him sit down with us,
Aaron-
and he
he's
always
opening
like
for Chris
he always
Webby.
shows love whenever he shows up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's actually in the ad for us too.
Yeah.
You guys got any
Or,
big shows coming up?
Big shows.
You know, do you know a guy named Ruckus?
Oh shit! Yeah,
It's
that
gonna be a
show.
really
Yeah.
big show.
Okay,
Really
It's
big
gonna
show.
be
I have a
shit show.
concern though. It's a
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
What time do we go on?
Do we
Yeah.
not have a guest yet? I don't think. For
What
that
day is
many.
it?
November 1st.
Oh man, I think that's all.
We're booked
Really?
up until like then, pretty much. That's our
That's-
next available
I'm
date.
actually
But you-
waiting on a text message about the bank robber.
Okay, so wait,
Yeah.
but you said our set, like, if we were, like, it would be, like, later
So
on,
you
right?
guys would probably hit the stage about 10ish.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck,
we can make it
do
before
easy.
that.
Okay, well
Oh,
here's the
man.
thing. Here's the thing.
I'm gonna
is
organize a group chat.
I
I'm
happen
gonna
to know the bank
organize a
robber likes
website
to talk a lot.
To send all
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking
See if we can try and
sets
start
to.
earlier, maybe
Okay.
Maybe.
or something. Or we could even skip that. We'll talk about it later. But
Yeah.
point is I would just totally drop my dad off to talk to him about that.
Like, today?
Yeah, I was gonna say not just now, because I know that was earlier. Yeah,
But yo, we got Crazy Town coming up.
yeah, man,
We
that's
got
cool.
Crazy Town
That's
coming up.
cool, man. I remember.
I mean,
I only remember the
That's-
one fucking
that's,
song, but
that's one of those things.
but
And
yeah,
then
man.
In December, actually, I'll be opening for High Res.
I've
Oh,
heard of
yeah.
that, but I.
High Res is that motherfucker you
Oh,
see
wait, he
rapping
just-
in the fucking Ubers, acting like he's an Uber driver and shit, and then he blows motherfuckers' minds. That's High Res. Okay,
Sick.
and like I want the first Creep Squad show ever. We opened for High Res.
That was the
Yeah.
That was the very
okay.
first show. And like it's just so like that show kind of means something to me because like now like I got myself on there, like actually thanks to a friend Jay Havoc, he fucking put the good word in for
Shout
me
out Jay
and
Havoc.
got me up
Shut
in
up,
there.
Jay.
Jay Havoc was one of the victims in the video. Since
Yeah.
then, like me and him kind of clicked too, and like he's kind of come around to the point where like we're working more. We're doing shit. He helped me out big time when it came to Mad
Big
Child
time!
up in
Sorry.
the city. Like I could not get on that show. I tried my fucking hardest. Diamond Mine Agency already was booked. Couldn't get me on. Said
Shut up, Brandon
said
Bird.
you can't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever, But then Jay Havoc reached and he was like, yo, like I'll give you half of my set. He's like, you
Sick.
should be on this card.
Respect.
If anybody right now, he's like, it's either you or Goon that should be on this card, and you're not on this card. He's like, I
Respect.
want to help you. So he fucking reached out. He helped me. He put me on the card. So in
Sick.
return, I got the Montreal show locked in for like the very next day.
Shout out Montreal.
So I
Sorry.
I brought Jay Havoc up there and we did fucking 3 songs
Who helped you
apiece
get the
on
Montreal
a fucking
show?
20-minute set.
Who helped you get the
And
Montreal show?
like a big crowd interaction, new fan
You're a
base,
douche.
bunch of fucking new page follows after that. Like it was
Oh,
it was
yeah.
great. It was great,
Goon
like,
helped him get to the show.
So Goon
Who helped you get the Montreal show, Jacko?
Yeah, Goon.
Yeah, no. Much love to Jay Havoc, though, for all the Ottawa sport. Yeah, no.
For the Ottawa
you're
shit.
a piece of
No,
shit.
Goon put the
Oh.
word
You're
in
a
for
shitty
me.
person.
Oh, is this the
Yeah.
end, man? Are you guys fighting?
That was the last
Yeah, we're
thing.
fighting.
It's over.
We're fighting totally.
It's over
We
this
just
time
totally-
for real.
We just totally sat in front of this entire audience and mentioned that like no matter what patch is on our back, like
Yeah.
we're fucking brothers, and like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing that any sort of society or patch is gonna do to separate that. We're totally fighting.
When I left Global,
I'm leaving Creep Squad. I'm done. Fuck Creep Squad. Fuck Grimy Town Entertainment. Fuck the podcast.
Fuck you too.
No, I'm joking.
Imagine it cut out right there. Imagine we had some sort of difficulties
And
it cut
everybody
out there.
believes it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh,
That's
What's gonna happen next?
So the way to make that believable is everyone just like
Ruckus is
stomps out.
gonna
and,
ruin
like, oh.
Goon's career now. Watch diss track.
when I was threatening to leave Global and bring a lot of people with me, the last carrot that this fucking guy tried to dangle in front of me was the Mad Show in Montreal.
Carrots are good,
And
though.
pressuring. Yeah, they are sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a
They're
bitter,
good for your
salty
vision.
motherfucker, you can pass up a carrot real quick, you know?
Yeah.
And it was that, and also like pressuring fucking Dynamite Agency
Feel the
here in
pressure.
Ottawa to put
Yeah.
someone on in the fucking Mad Show here in Ottawa. I was like, look, don't pressure Brandon
Confirm,
Bird.
he's
Don't
down.
rock
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boat. Don't do that, And honestly, I don't even want to do this shit right now with all the politics
good,
going on.
yeah.
I'd rather just hand the fucking show over to my
Yeah,
homie.
definitely have
You know
more.
what I mean? So the way I look at it, as I was leaving Battle Axe, as I was out the door about to slam that bitch,
He managed to do
I
me one more
stopped.
favor.
I reached in, I said, I'm taking this for Ruckus, and I slammed the fucking door. Right, yo, I
Was
just
it a
held
bottle
off.
of water?
I held off on no.
I'm
it was the
sorry,
Mad
man.
Show.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It was the Mad Show, and this guy's a piece of shit.
It's fair.
Wow, he
That's fair,
refers to I'm a piece of shit. Wow, you fucking asshole. Don't make me feel like that, you prick. You know how many demons I fought over the last fucking week? You fucking prick.
You know how easy it is to throw you under the
Demons
bus? though,
want to
you're
fight.
short.
Fuck you. Okay,
Thanks.
you're tall. You're easy to knock over.
That's what came to mind.
You're like a tree. You're like a one swing axe to a tree that falls over. Crack.
Shitty tree.
Shitty
He's
tree.
losing gas over here. He's running low on gas over here. Yes, I'm a tall, skinny freak.
Yes, you are. You
I
have baby
own that.
nipples.
Sounds like you're
a
saying
tall,
you're a
skinny
shitty tree.
alien.
Baby nipples. Holy shit. Shots fired, man.
He's not afraid to show him.
One
Show
day
the
he was.
camera.
One day he was crying.
We're
like
not allowed
this.
nipples.
You want to get banned, Styles? So listen, one day he was crying like this for about a half an hour. I stopped him and I said, "You know what, Ruckus? You sound like a fucking gay baby right now."
He's going back on this.
Yeah, well, you wanted to bring it up, right? So people should
Yeah.
know where Gay Baby came from and how it's just
just
been
like-
a part of the crew
Yeah,
ever
that's
since.
okay. That's okay because
It's
you
just
can actually use that
everyone
one
gets
because
called
you know
gay
what?
baby now.
You actually don't get butthurt, unlike Trix who likes to use that one and then gets butthurt by a meme. By the way, fuck you.
Shout out to
Trix.
Trix. Shout out to
Oh.
Trix. God damn it, don't do that.
Oh.
Fuck.
I don't even know what to do right now.
I don't know.
You guys are both my brothers.
Oh.
I don't give a fuck.
This fucking
Wayne.
t-shirt's tearing this family
You know what?
apart.
I ain't afraid to
Shit.
put it out there
See
as a
this
Creep Squad
t-shirt?
member. That
Yeah, the t-shirt
motherfucker
has
made
nothing
money
to
off
do
our
with it
name,
at
and
all.
he didn't fucking pay us a fucking cent. I ain't afraid to fucking put that out there.
Don't
live.
start going off on Trix, Rock.
He could.
Your
Oh,
brothers need to
man.
talk.
And then lied
It's all
about
low.
it. And then lied about it. And then
You
upped
shouldn't
the
have said you
fucking
did
debt.
speed that night either. You could have left that fucking part out of the story.
I don't give a fuck.
You did not need
I
to
did
include
speed.
I did
Yeah.
speed,
I did
and then the
speed.
cops, and
What's
then
it?
you.
What's it to you? What's it
You
to
were
you?
Nothing to me, but you're hurting yourself.
You were
legality-wise.
speeding?
How?
Yeah, you were speeding. That's what you meant
How?
to say, right? You were speeding.
Yeah, totally. I was totally
Yeah,
speeding.
see, that's how you handle that, motherfucker.
I
Nobody
was
saw
speeding,
nothing.
I was speeding through fucking
Nobody saw
life
fucking
trials
nothing.
and tribulations. Nobody saw nothing.
This is all
Yeah, okay.
rehearsal for a fucking skit we're doing.
By the
Everything
way,
we
still,
said tonight.
fuck you, Trix.
God damn it, Ruckus.
Yeah, and I'm not really a scientist. Sith.
We're
I'm
corrupt.
sorry,
We're
but-
corrupt train wreck, but we're a corrupt train wreck with a direction that, thank God, we are heading towards.
I'm
by
sorry,
some
but he's
fucking
Beyond's
food.
brother-in-law. I should have known right away.
I'll stop going off on Tricks, you asshole.
No, I'm gonna go off on him. Fuck him. I'm sorry, this is your episode. But fuck you,
Fucking
Trix.
asshole.
It's okay. Trix is not. a
Yo,
hip-hop
guys,
artist.
both
He'll
my
never wind
brothers.
up on here. It's okay. I'm not damaging anything. In
By the way-
your guys' career.
Ruckus, Tricks, Knuckles, Goon. We all got cool nicknames over here. We sound like 50s gangsters, you know?
Trix
We
is
need-
not a cool nickname. That's like
Trix
for
is very
kids.
50s gangster, though.
I
Trix is
lost
for
him.
kids.
I lost him.
You want some
Uh-oh.
fruity pebbles? You
Sorry, I've
fucking-
taken on a project over here.
It's all good.
There
What are
we
you
go.
doing?
Nice. No, the bottom one was loose, like the little like
Got a couple
where
more
it connects
comments
on.
over here.
Sorry, let's hear it.
Goon is a gay baby.
Oh
fuck's
shit!
Who said that, Rocky?
Yeah.
Was it Rocky? Fuck you, Rocky, you midget prick. Pocket Hulk, motherfucker.
You can say it. That's awesome, man. I love the interaction too. Like
I'm-
that's like
I'm
Mr.
sorry, guys.
Rocky's like
Mr.
4'2".
Zed said he's down too.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
totally
sick.
down with
Okay,
it. He's
He's
okay.
like, you want me on this thing? Okay, we'll sort it out.
I
we'll,
was
we'll
even
dive down some rabbit holes and wear some tinfoil hats.
nice,
Nice.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I was even thinking about inviting him tonight because I was thinking even just like couch guy,
Oh, we got a.
but Trip
Oh,
was
that's my hands.
like
That's
was
the
round, you
homie.
know.
That's my homie.
Yeah,
Knuckles.
Yeah.
Knuckles.
Yeah,
Shout out.
He makes 3-finger rings and shit. That shit.
Yeah,
he's
I seen
performing
that.
with, he
I
makes
seen that.
shit.
Yeah,
Um,
fucking right, man.
Yeah.
It's good, dude.
Yeah, seriously, shout out Knuckles.
Shout out.
He was there at the house earlier. We smoked out.
We've been smoking out since I bumped into you tonight. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, bro.
Sorry, man.
We've been
Like, you
smoking
know what?
straight for about 2.5 hours now.
When Mr. Zed came and moved in with us, like he was like, "You guys smoke a lot of weed," and now like I'm like, Styles the Prophet smokes a lot of weed, and like,
But you know what's
y'all
funny?
4G audio motherfuckers smoke a lot of weed.
You know what's-
And, like,
Like it's funny because people say that like, man, like I can't keep up with you. Like I always tell my friends about how much weed you smoke and stuff. And but the funny thing is, it's like to me, I don't think I smoke very much weed. Like I mean, yes
you're
and no,
ADD
right?
Oh,
as
yeah.
But I
fuck.
have I have two buddies
Yeah, you
that I
should
think
watch
about,
it,
man. Like my one buddy is literally like when people every time someone this is the one guy, he's like the worst. Well, no, I shouldn't say the worst, but he's like if I compare me to him, I'm like fuck, I like dabble in the shit. You know what I mean? But if I compare myself to like someone who's like, oh yeah, you know, like doesn't smoke a whole lot, they're like, holy shit.
I didn't
like,
inhale.
You smoked 3 joints today? Holy shit. You know what I mean? Or something like that. But like my buddy, I'm like, man, you smoked 3 joints just while I was sitting here. Like you rolled and lit another joint after passing me a joint. You know what I mean? Like it's like, damn, what's up?
So I'm not trying to interrupt.
No, man,
you
I was
fellas.
done anyways. You're actually making a perfect fucking segue.
This is the part
Tell me
of the
what's up.
episode where either Knuckles or Zed, you guys got to go get Jess. She knows the pin code for Ruckus's phone. I'm gonna make him gay on Facebook Live here on the 4G Audio Podcast. Hold me down.
Oh, do
We
it,
got
please,
the comments
please,
live.
please.
He's pissing. You got like 20 to 40 seconds. Hold me down.
Go now.
Yeah.
Knuckles, come on, man. I know Jess is close to you. I know you're in the house. Come on,
Oh,
motherfucker.
please, guys, pull through. That'd be sick.
Is it like
Wow,
a digit
fuck.
thing or
You
is
think
it like
he's
a
pissed
swipey
off
thing?
now? Wait till he gets down. I figured out this fucking code. I saw him do it earlier. It's like 177991. I can't do it too many times. I'm not gonna lock him into his own phone, but it's like
Or
a
you
fucking
could do
8-digit
that.
fucking
Yeah, that's
pin.
crazy. It is.
It's yeah, no.
What?
This is how it's happened, right?
Come
He
on.
never used to have.
he said he just ran upstairs. He's going for it.
Nice.
Zed, go.
Go,
Go, Zed, go.
bro. But if he
it's-
comes down, oh no, you're gonna have his phone in mind.
Go
He
Zed,
said-
bro.
he
Go
said-
Zed,
he
bro.
said
Go.
Knuckles just
Go
ran
Zed, bro. Go
upstairs.
Zed, bro. Go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Who remembers Go Ninja?
I do.
Yeah.
Go Ninja. That's from
Teenage Mutant.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking the 3 Ninjas, but yeah, that was.
You know that motherfucker made a music video for that too? They gave him a budget, man. They gave him a budget, just like when Prince got the video for fucking the 90 or the 89 Batman, and he made a fucking music video that was like all fucking Batman themed and shit.
I
Weird.
think I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was dope too. Party King. Party King.
How's that? Look at hey,
Yeah.
what's going on over there?
We need numbers.
Oh no, those are we don't got it. It's not me. It's Knuckles and no go.
No
on
go.
the code.
Aww.
It's all good.
Aw,
Whatever. Next
now
time.
Goon's sad. I'm gonna
Yeah,
find
Ruckus. I didn't even want to do it anyways. I probably would have stopped them.
I probably would have stopped him, he says.
Yeah, I wasn't down for
I
that.
probably would have stopped him. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that we didn't get the code, I gotta play a nice guy.
So, like, he never used to have a passcode on the phone until we made him gay too many times. Then he went from a
Yeah.
4 code, which we cracked, right?
Hey,
Then to
that'll
an
do
8
that
code.
to a guy.
At least he's learning.
He's learning. My little caveman buddy's learning, slowly but surely.
So yeah, we've been going for about 2.5
Yeah.
hours. So
We'll fucking.
how are we gonna wrap this shit up?
When he comes back, we'll walk our way up.
Do the round the circle thing.
Yeah.
Little Peep made shitty music, and I'm glad he's dead.
Oh man, I get your standpoint for sure. But I like it. But
I'm
here's
glad you heard
here's
me out. I'm glad
but-
you, like, you
and,
know.
but and that's very true. And I
respect
do
that.
get that because it is a very like
Music sound
Like,
like,
even,
sonically
like-
is good. Like it's
like when I think
you
of a
can
lot of
rock
the
to
new
it,
new
but
rappers
the vibe
and shit,
behind it, or like the message behind it. I get it.
it's a lot
like,
of Xanax and shit, right? It's all opiates and fucking fall asleep and
sure.
die and shit, right? But the thing is, I used to listen to like screamo music and like kind of emo music and shit, right?
Okay.
I walked
And-
into the wrong conversation.
And I also fucking listen to rap and like punk and like I listen to whatever, right? But point is I feel like Lil Peep's music it falls right into the middle of like emo
I could see
and
that.
like hip hop sort of, you know what I
I could
mean?
see that.
Low Pete make shitty
If he
music
didn't
and
glorify-
It's like it's like if
Stand-
Post Malone was like depressed, you know what I mean? but I will honestly say I do get it because it's always like fucking it's always talking about he's high and like he's like I had no one in my life till a pretty young white bitch hopped up in my ride. And then he says, I bring her to my house, show her how I die every night. And like, so basically he's saying like, fucking we go to my house and do drugs and like fucking sleep and shit, right? And I'm like, I love this song.
It's
but
cool
I'm
to be
like,
self-destructive.
no, I
at
don't.
that
You know what I
point.
mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to be like, yeah, like come over and let's take these and not see each other for a while. And like, wow, that was like a really shitty sleep. Let's take more,
Yeah.
But point is like, I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, die every night. You know what I mean? But I'm like,
It's still a
it's
good
catchy,
song.
but it's
right?
yeah,
that's what I'm
know?
saying.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
hear
love
you.
it, but it's just the actual. It's like sometimes some of the Kevin Gates stuff, right? Like he's got a song "Hard For." I'm like, I love this fucking song, but it's like kind of an awkward song. He's like, "You're the only one that my dick could get hard for," or something like, you know what I mean? And like, I can't sing it, but anyway. So, and it's like, I love the fucking song, and I love that like he could say anything else, and I'd still be like, yeah, fucking right. But it's just, I'm like, how do you sing that? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
you're not gonna
like,
play it in a room full of people or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like a
bro,
lot of Tech Nine
bro,
songs.
let's go for a
Oh,
tour.
man.
I'll show you this new song. And I just heard like, hey, like, yeah, you know, you're like rocking out singing the song. It's like, oh, no.
It's funny how songs can make a situation awkward sometimes. What would normally be just a chill situation, you can make awkward with a song just like that. It's great how that works.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mm.
Cue music. No. Oh shit. Anyways,
Yeah,
any
man.
motherfucking way.
Well, hell, man, it's been a hell of a time.
Yeah, man. Seriously, we've touched on a lot,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
but
A
I
lot
feel
of
I
rants.
but I
We
feel
look
like
forward
there's
to
so
future,
much more to touch on.
Engagements.
True.
So I'm so glad that me and maybe these
Yeah,
fellas will have the
do
option
the crossover
this
episodes.
weekend, maybe.
No, like,
Oh, well, I'm going
like,
for the
Yeah.
spicy shit this weekend.
Yeah,
won't
yeah,
eat that
okay.
salsa
he's
shit.
coming on this
So,
weekend.
I mean, we can fucking definitely open up some other holes that we've taken this
Yeah,
evening.
yeah.
No, see,
So,
that's the
We
thing.
could drag
like,
a few
4G
more chairs to the
fans,
office.
But check out the
Yeah.
fucking Creep Squad podcast.
Hell yeah.
It's on. You said it's on Facebook usually live,
Yeah.
but then you can
Facebook
find the
Live,
videos
and
on
then
YouTube
you can
and shit.
find everything on YouTube that we've
So-
done to date.
good.
Like literally from episode 1 to now, you can get it all on YouTube. You can go back. You can watch previous episodes.
No, that's a lie.
This
No,
guy,
no, that's a
this-
lie.
Yeah. This guy's gonna talk his shit now, but
The
it's
the
not
episodes
live.
of the podcast on YouTube stop at like 27. Go to Facebook. Don't listen to Ruckus. He doesn't know what
He's
he's talking
lying.
about.
He's lying. We've been doing this the whole time.
Either way,
Let's get
check
some
it out.
YouTube viewers.
Captain Clown Shoe over here.
You're a clown too. Anyways, yeah, you can watch it all on Facebook too. That's where our fucking numbers are. Go on Facebook. This guy's a dick, but they're all.
You
on
can find our
Yeah.
music on YouTube. Check us out.
Goon, tell us what you got going on. I know you probably said it already.
Well, I just dropped a video with Mad Child. Go check that shit out. Army of Darkness is fucking riding through the night. We cannot be stopped. Grimy Town Entertainment. We're building a fucking empire over here. You can go check out some new music videos. My homie Freeze. I just did a music video with the homie Freeze. Go check that out. Grimy Town Entertainment. Fucking, once again, Mr. Zed held us down with that video. It's dope shit. Thank you for everybody who was a part of that. And, me and this guy got some new music coming out. I got some new videos coming out soon. Release date soon. I got a whole new set I'm bringing to this guy's fucking release party. We got a whole new set we're bringing to the fucking Crazy Town show on November 2nd. Too many hats.
Too
Too
many
many
hats.
hats. The Too Many Hats
That
tour.
being
I was
said,
just
my
thinking that.
album
Ruckus,
will
man,
also
let's
be
hear it, yeah.
released through Grimy Town Entertainment, obviously, and on top of that, the release party, all tagged with that. The video released through Grimy Town Entertainment, also up on my page. But don't let that fool you. Just because my page isn't all linked to the Grimy Town Entertainment shit, it's all tagged the fuck up with it, and you guys see it the moment that shit opens. So you know what? You guys already know where it is. That shit's been up there. We've been doing Grimy Town Entertainment for the past 9 months, and it's almost been a year. Like, where that shit came after Creep Squad. Don't let it fool you. Creep Squad is under Grimy Town Entertainment. That's the label. That's the brand. That's what we're doing. And, like, I mean, once again, I'll say it. Nothing's gonna, a patch, nothing like that is gonna come in the way of that. We are doing this shit, and we've been doing this shit since we met. We may have been under a different brand before when we met, but you know what? All those guys fucking slept and slipped up on us, and
Sure.
that's what was left out of it was Grimy Town Entertainment, and we're fucking gonna kill shit. We're gonna collaborate with whoever the fuck we feel like it, and you know what? That's how it's gonna be.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
And we're going to dodge silver bullets.
Yeah. Yeah, silver bullets. Any motherfucking
You heard it
way.
here last. motherfuckers.
Well, honestly, man, very well. Guys, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming
Fuck
through,
yeah.
man.
Hell yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
coming
having
again,
us.
bro.
Yeah, anytime.
Um,
Let's do this again.
yeah, man, we'll do it again. We'll
On
do a crossover.
end, our
fucking
end.
yeah, we'll hop
Fuck
over
yeah.
on your guys.
You'll get to see
Fucking,
the
we
man
gotta have
behind the
Zed up
scenes
in this.
who's on all the fucking
Hell
ones and
yeah.
twos.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
cameras
Shout
actually
out
don't see
everyone
his
that's
face.
been
Yeah.
tuned into this the whole
Fucking
time.
right. Shout out all the people commenting and shit and watching.
Yeah.
Also shout out fucking Rocky.
Rocky promo.
Yeah, Rocky. Fucking
Rocky,
maybe hit him up.
Mr.
Have him
Zed.
on too. Fucking. Fucking right. Any motherfucking white. We out here.
Get out of here, motherfuckers.
We see you on your shitters. We see you at home watching TV. Why don't you watch
Put
some
that square
TV?
down.
Put us on the TV. Gang, gang.
Peace.
4G Audio Podcast with Creep Squad, Goon, and Ruckus. You already know what it is.
Yeah, basement weirdos.
So long.
Peace.
Catch you in the next one.
Cunts.